Okay, hey guys, and hey, welcome to Pixel Cherry Ninja's channel. So here goes. Right, we are doing some live Sega Saturn testing, and as I was prepping this stream, so here's the customary thing: before I do a stream, I always make sure I go toilet because I learned the hard way. And big shout out to Video Game Esoterica, because I was kind of speaking on a Discord and I was like, I'm just doing a customary toilet trip before I do a stream, and his reply made me laugh. He goes, yeah, because we all actually, let me just bring up the reply on my phone, and it says, well, I won't say a bad word he says, but it says, yeah, poop yourself on stream happens to all of us. So that really made me laugh. Big shout out to VGE, buddy, nice one. And so this is what happened, guys. I was about to stream, and here I was. Okay, so I was about to stream, and all of a sudden a new MiSTer main dropped, which now supports saving on the Sega Saturn Core. So I guess that's something quite interesting. Right, so the sound for this game is really low. I started it with Daytona, but before I start the game, and I'll do this a few times throughout the video, and what I want to do now is let's just have a look at the list of the games. Okay, so I've got like 170 games on there, and hopefully they're all showing up. So we've got a few versions of Castlevania Symphony of the Night. I'm just going to kind of scroll through here, but guys, in chat, if there's anything you want to see, I will gladly bring that up. But let's have a look. Okay, so let me just bring up the other chat window here. Sorry, just kind of doing some setup because this thing kind of definitely took me by surprise, because all of a sudden I was ready to stream and a new MiSTer main drop that gave us the ability to save. Okay, heard you. Okay, no, I haven't quite installed a toilet yet, but I've seen that Cartman episode of the Warcraft one, you know. All right, so Death Devil Mortal Kombat Trilogy, I'm pretty sure I've got that on there. Let's navigate down to M and see if we got it. I think I passed it. Here we go, Mortal Kombat Trilogy. A big shout out to the chili person. I forget, I actually saw what their username was. I'm really sorry I haven't got it to hand, but it kind of really helped me in getting this hacked region-free BIOS. It just means that when I'm loading a game now, I don't need to go into the menu and select the correct region. I just load up the game now. Now that definitely, in things like live stream, it definitely streamlines the process a lot more. So hey guys, if you're just tuning in, we are going to be doing some Sega Saturn streaming. Death Devil, I'm not sure if I've got Street Fighter the movie on there. I should have put that on there actually, because I'm a Street Fighter fan and I'm a Jank fan. AMS5, hello there to you too, buddy. And guys, if you're not familiar with Video Game Esoterica, he's a good friend of mine, someone that's just as nuts as I am about doing videos and retro gaming and FPGA stuff. But the guy's very, very knowledgeable. If you're not already subscribed to his channel, then do check it out. It's awesome. Let me try and get the volume up for you guys a bit because it's low, so I might be kind of tweaking the volume here. So if there's anything that you feels too low, I'll try and get that up for you guys. So hopefully you are hearing a little bit of it, but the volume kind of varies for a lot of the games. Wicked, yeah, no worries, no worries, VGE, nice one, man. Cool, wicked, I'll speak to you later. Yeah, do you know what? I've never really played it on the N64. I kind of remember playing it at the time with someone, but it looks like it's okay. I haven't started the game yet. It's running okay. Obviously, some of the text is. Oh no, I thought some of the text was missing there, but it looks like it's kind of slow to generate. So let's try and boot this up. Okay, so all right, okay, Mortal Kombat 2-on-2 8-player combat. Wow, I don't have that many friends, but. All right, so let's just do the plain Mortal Kombat. In case the 2-on-2 combat, which I'm pretty sure it'll let me play it one player, but if not, I just don't want it to be one of those game modes where I'm playing more. Okay, so okay, I'm not. Do you know what? I'm only really familiar with Mortal Kombat 1 and 2, and Mortal Kombat 11. I kind of liked that. Okay, so let's go. Okay, so let's just go Sub-Zero, and hopefully the buttons are the way I think I am, with the block being in the middle, or I can even do shoulder for block now, because if you start playing Mortal Kombat 11, you start using the shoulder buttons for attack. Sorry, for block. Excellent. Oh, wicked. Yeah, see, Mortal Kombat 3 is not something I got into. Mortal Kombat 2, I have to say, was the one. It was a big jump from the first one. The first one was good. I had it for the SNES without all the gore and everything. I had like the Mega Drive version as well. Okay, so that's 5. Mortal Kombat's only one game where I can kind of get used to the attack buttons being in a vertical line instead of horizontal, so not quite there. Okay, so he has got that. Nice. Okay, what was the sweep? Was it? Okay, I tried to do the sweep and it's crashed the game. Right, does anyone want a game next? Because this has crashed. Hey guys, if you're just tuning in, welcome to the channel. We are testing out Sega Saturn stuff. Anyone that wants any games tested, yeah, do you know what, if you want a game tested, write it in caps, because then it kind of stands out, because sometimes it's a bit hard to keep up with all the chat. So what we will do is Mortal Kombat 2, which I was familiar with a little bit, so let's do that. But cool. Yeah, so if you guys want a game in there, if you put it in caps, it will kind of stand out a bit, and I'll go straight to that game. But let's go to this other version of Mortal Kombat. So just one thing on this core as well. Oh, okay, that seems to have gone with this version of MiSTer OS. There was always a message coming up saying CD BIOS not found, but that seems to have gone. Also, if you can hear a kind of crackly sound, let me just turn it down a little bit so it's not too loud in your ears. I'm kind of adjusting the Saturn volume as I'm kind of doing the stream, but you might be getting a crackly sound. Now remember Adventure Taco, I hope Taco does drop in. Very cool guy over on Discord. I would say single-handedly he's the most hyper and interesting person on most of the FPGA discords that I go to. The guy is just always there, and he truly is an awesome guy. But there was an option in the debug menu, and I think it was this one, the second one down in the sound settings. If you disable it, apparently the crackling goes. So I'll disable that for now. Let's just save the settings. Okay, so here we go. So Mortal Kombat 2's gang. But yeah, guys, keep your games coming in. Let me know what you guys do want to see, and we can do that. Okay, pretty basic, a start and options. Now, the thing that I really liked about Mortal Kombat 2 was this dude over here. When I saw his fatality as a kid, where he kind of lifts you up on those big sword things coming out of his arms, and you end up just getting pulled in. It was amazing, absolutely amazing. Oh wow, okay, wow. Yeah, see, I wasn't really a PC guy. I had the Amiga, I had the Commodore 64. I can't remember most of his moves, to be honest. It's been a while. I tried playing with Mortal Kombat 11 as well. So with PCs of recent, I've definitely been into more into PC gaming now than I ever was. That's kind of like my main thing. If I'm not playing something on a Switch, it's on a PC. What was I going to say? Yeah, so back when a lot of guys were playing like on the 486s, 586s, I kind of had one at one point. I never used it. I love that sweep that Sub-Zero does. But Mortal Kombat seems to be working all right, but I don't know what it is. Is it my controller or something? But it's feeling a bit... Okay, so the controller is not feeling responsive. I wonder if it can't be my bit, dude. That usually feels quite responsive. But do you know when you're playing it on an emulator, and when you're moving it and you let go, your character's still moving? It feels a little bit like that. So I don't know if that's the Saturn version of this game or what it is. Sorry, I've kind of forgotten most of his moves, and here I am stuck in a ball. Okay, I remember it's Fireball. Okay, come on, do a fatality. Oh, okay, not bad. Okay, let's try something else. Let me read some of the comments as well. Yeah, do you know what? Well, Defter, in regard to a Mortal Kombat 2 arcade core, Mortal Kombat 1 first, and that's something Track 17's working on, and I wouldn't be surprised if we kind of see that soon. Now, I'm going to go through the games list. If anyone recognizes any of the weird Japanese games, I've done loads and loads of fighting games. The thing is, I put them on here, and I just could not remember what they were called. At all. Okay, so actually let's do Primal Rage, because okay, so the CD BIOS not found is still up there. You can only see part of it on the screen because I've moved the screen over a little bit. Do you know, you got per Almond, you're gonna have to give me yeah, any games you want, you're gonna have to give me the specific names, because I can't even, I don't know the system too well. So I did put a whole bunch of other games on there, but it was more a chance of, hey, that looks cool, let's get that on there. And I just ended up putting stuff on there. But yeah, Primal Rage. Okay, there was someone on my last Saturn video that I did a couple of days ago. They said, you've got the American version of Primal Rage, but the moves are different. So the moves are you press the button first and then you do the input. Even though I could probably get my head around it and do it, it's not the way I like doing stuff. I want like this the moves. Hey Marcelo, how you doing, buddy? I like the Street Fighter kind of moveset, and hopefully the Japanese version works as well as the USA one does. I don't see why there's any reason why it wouldn't, but hey, you know, the Saturn Core can be finicky at times, but this has got moves that you can do in a more traditional sense, like Street Fighter. Actually, kind of talking Street Fighter today, I avoided watching Evo over the weekend, and I watched the last 6 today. And you know what? For Street Fighter 6, yeah, man, it was good. It was good. If you haven't seen it, it was very, very unexpected to how I thought it would be. Okay, I think this thing's got a fireball because I picked when I played against a computer and it started doing fireballs. Okay, yo, Mazamars, how you doing, bro? Sonic Extreme. Okay, if that's a real Saturn game, I will see. Let's have a look. While this is, oh, has that crashed? All right, while that's crashed, let's see if Sonic Extreme is in there. Do we have, what Sonic games do I have? No, I don't have a Sonic Extreme. Really sorry, Mazamars, if that is that an actual game, because I swear sometimes you ask me of games that don't exist. So I don't know if it does, but since Sonic was mentioned, okay, so Primal Rage, the Japanese version crashed, but the USA one was working for me. Actually, you know what, just for my own curiosity, let's just see if we can get into the game in the USA one again. Oops, sorry, I was pressing the A button there. So let's go here. Let's see if this gets us into game, because it did work on the last video that I did. Yeah, so if the USA one works, I'll go back to the Japanese one to see if that was an abnormality for one thing. Okay, cool. Well, if it wasn't released, I might not have it, unless there's a prototype or something up there. If there is, then and you've got it, hook me up. And also, Mazamars, Star Wars Core Alpha Group, when, man? I know it's not just me that's waiting for it, so kind of looking forward to trying that one out. Okay, what's happening here? Are we okay? Let's reset it. Sometimes resetting this thing works, but I wonder if the new MiSTer OS has, where some other stuff started working, maybe some other stuff is going to work and some stuff isn't going to work. And that's the kind of fun I have with this Saturn Core. Stuff just works and then it stops working, and then sometimes you reset it. I remember in the early days of the Saturn Core, watching a video game esoterica video, I was like, okay, and he kept saying, yeah, you need to run Duke Nukem, and I was like, nah, that can't be right. And I tried it, some games didn't work. I ran Duke Nukem, I ran the game and it worked. Oh, wicked. Oh, Maz, nice one. We're all, it's not just me. A few of the guys on that were on the testing group on the FPGA Discord were actually talking about it. So yeah, man, like if you do decide to drop a build of that to test, then we'll definitely test that. I'm on annual leave till the 28th, so apart from like the random tasks my wife said that I agreed to and I have to do, yeah, I'm pretty free, man. But I'm doing like stuff. I'm gonna go and watch Turtles in the cinema tomorrow, man. I hate the cinema, but my boys wanted to see it, and I'm taking their cousin with them as well, and that's gonna be. I mean, I'll try and enjoy it. It's like the art style of the new Turtles just looks a little bit weird. Oh, okay, that's nice to hear about Sonic. I wonder if it actually leaked on the internet. Okay, no, I'll get that Mazda running super slow. No worries, man. Well, whenever, I know as well. I know you do stuff quickly when you do end up like developing stuff, but I also know that you work a lot, and you know, you've got stuff on like a lot of us. I'm just a bum at the moment. Okay, so the USA version has worked. Let's see if it gets past the title screen and gets us into game, because this was an issue that was present before. So hopefully it will get us into the game, but I'm not gonna. Right, let's have a look. Okay, so still remember seeing this in the arcade, man. Do you remember arcades were always like dark places? They're always like dark. Okay, so this is where the Japanese version crashed on this FMV. Okay, so this has gone past it, but I pressed start here. I didn't press start on the Japanese one, so maybe I'm going to load up the Japanese one again if it gets us into the game, which I think it will. Yeah, AMS5, it's still the unstable version of MiSTer. In fact, the latest unstable version of MiSTer. Can I move? Okay, yeah. So I'm here. Okay, so that's working. Let's try and do the Japanese one now. So the latest unstable version of the MiSTer actually, the latest unstable MiSTer OS actually dropped a few minutes before I started doing this stream, or at least I found out about it a few minutes before, and that kind of got me in a little bit of a rush doing it, because I had kind of everything set up, then I had to update the MiSTer and then quickly do it. I mean, I wasn't really too late. Okay, so Power Slave, do you know what? Let me get my post-it and write this down in case any of them go in there. So while that's booting up, so we're just gonna write down the names, because my memory, it's like a sieve. So Mr. Bones, right, guys, remember, if you do want anything in there, try and write it in capitals, because it really does stand out. So Power Slave. Okay, so we've got Mr. Bones and Power Slave on the list. On the list. I'm pretty sure I've got both of them. So I really want to try the Japanese version of Primal Rage, because after I was told the moves are like Street Fighter, because when I was doing the USA version, I couldn't pull the moves out. It was really annoying. I was like, come on. I know how to do a fireball, but I was like, okay, maybe this game has got weird controls, because when I played Dino Rex, it had weird controls. So let's, okay, no, and that one I played this. Let's recreate it exactly the same. All right, I've pressed start here. So maybe it's likely to crash on that FMV unless you press start, because now we're kind of, I'm pretty sure, I'm confident it's going to load. Okay, so the Japanese version has loaded as well. Hopefully the sound's not too loud. I haven't adjusted it like crazy. I'll turn it down a tad. I'm kind of going on a visual thing. I try and kind of have it around -30 to -35. That's usually when the sound levels are okay for a game, and it's not, you know, they're not all over the place for us, like they are on the Saturn Core. Once I kind of get them to that, we're kind of good. Wow, that move just cracks me up, man. I really don't want that fart near me. Saying that, one of my kids was just, he was just fighting a lot earlier, man. Like, I was like, dude, just go toilet, man. But he was letting out some stinkers. But it was being mummy's boy, because we went out Tuesdays, the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu lesson. They went there, and on the way, right outside the front door, he fell. It wasn't anything major, but he's the youngest, so he started crying, and he wanted his mummy. And there really wasn't that much of an injury there or anything, but I think he was kind of overplaying it. They're actually really looking forward to doing the 4-player Simpsons stream on Friday, hopefully. It looks like the core's getting released. Tortego's been he's been shaying off parts of it on Twitter. Right, I can't do any moves anyway, so I've got no idea what's going on here. But we'll try it. We'll load up one of the games you guys have asked for as well. Okay, I can see another game written there as well. Let's just pass this. Okay, let them try that. Let me write this name down as well, because read some of that. Just okay, yeah, that Sukyu. I've definitely got that. It rings a bell, because I kind of remember putting a game on the MiSTer SD card that sounded like that I could never ever pronounce. So I'm not going to attempt. Well, Sukyu Gorente next, please. Okay, there's a bit of a queue. There's Mr. Bones and Power Slave, but then after that, your third in line, Jerp Face, and Jerp Face took us on to TNT. And oh, nice. Okay, cool. You know what? Wicked. All right. I might even. You know what? I say I won't enjoy it because I just generally don't like cinema. As a general rule, I don't like cinema. I never have. You know, I've watched a few films in there. I would say my whole life, I haven't watched more than, let's say, like 15 movies in the cinema maximum. Might even be 10. The only time I used to go was on a few dates, you know, when I was, I guess, a young and single guy. But, yeah, not so much in a few movies, I guess, when I was younger. But just not really a cinema guy. But maybe I'll enjoy it, you know. But I'm obviously doing it for the kids because I have to entertain them during the holidays. Let me just open my drink that I've got here. Don't know if you heard that can sound. It can be a satisfying sound at sometimes. Okay, there's Mr. Bones. Always reminds me of the Alice in Chains song, Them Bones. Oh, pardon me. Oh, actually, here we go. That's what kind of popped up just before I was supposed to do the stream. Okay, so it was about an hour and 12 minutes before the stream started, but I only found out about it like maybe 15 minutes before the stream started. So this is the unstable build that I'm using. So as you can see, it's got save support in there. So maybe I'll try and get a game going that has save support. I just don't know the system that well. Oh, cool. Okay, we'll definitely try Power Slave. That's next on the list anyway. It says Power Slave, then it's Sukyu Gore, whatever that one was. Yeah, man, Alice in Chains. Love that band, man. Love that. But I only know 2 of the albums. I only know Facelift, but I only know Facelift a bit. Obviously, the one that I know the most is Dirt, like cover to cover. I knew that one, and I was so happy that when I first watched the Street Fighter animated cartoon that came out, in the Japanese version it's got a different song, but in the English language version, or the one that was around in Europe, and I'm pretty sure the same for the American version, Ken, when he drives up in the car, is actually listening to Alice in Chains, man. Like, so that was awesome. But my favorite band of all time, and people may laugh at it, I really don't care, but it's Skid Row, man. Skid Row, Sebastian Bach forever, man. Like, awesome band. Okay, this is a weird ass game, man. I did try it before where bits of your bones fall off, but I don't get the point in this. Like, I really don't like this game. I don't know, maybe if I had the Saturn and I played it, I'd have some nostalgia for it, because I do like a lot of crap games. But I like the crap games because, hey man, I played those crap games when I was a kid, and they bring back those memories. But these skeletons chasing my skeleton, and I'm collecting butterflies in a graveyard, I guess just when I describe the game, it is what it is. There's not that much to it. I don't know if the game changes later, but it's working as good as a skeleton running in a graveyard catching butterfly simulator can go. Yeah, it doesn't really change much. And also, changing the subject, I've tried starting Breath of the Wild a few times, man. I started it again today, and I don't know if I should play. It took me like 30 minutes to find something that should have taken me about 5 minutes. I was exploring the whole island, but I had to go on the part where this thing gives you something that Princess Zelda was supposed to give you, or she left it with him to give you. I think it was like the map plate or something. But I wandered around the whole island before I found that. Yeah, Jerkface, yeah, Seb Back, man, like Sebastian Bach, amazing guy, man, amazing guy. My favorite albums of his, what was the first two, Skid Row, Slave to the Grind, and I also like the B-side themselves they done, which was like a 5-track album where they all picked a song from a different band each that they liked. And that's what kind of got me into other bands because they done that. But I also a big fan of like Metallica and Megadeth, more Megadeth than Metallica for sure. But I know a lot of people out there like Metallica. I was a big Dave Mustaine fan, man, like very good. Rust in Peace was an absolute superb album. Right, so Power Slave. Right, let's go to Power Slave, and it pushes the hardware. Right, let's check it out, and hopefully it works. I'm having a lot more success apart from with Castlevania Symphony of the Night. And hey, Dicio Bassi, and hey buddy, hello back to Brazil, man. Awesome. Okay, booting up, that's always a good sign. And hey guys, if you're just tuning in, if you want any games tested, just try and put them in block capitals so I don't miss it. Yeah, I'll get those. We'll get those testing for you. Yeah, Jerkface, yeah, Dirt without a doubt one of the best albums ever made. Like, Dirt's one of them. Megadeth, Rust in Peace. Both the Skid Row albums because I love them, but Slave to the Grind is a better album than the first one. I don't really know. I do like. I know people always. Everyone I speak to always likes Metallica and Justice for All, but I was always a Master of Puppets guy, man. That was the one for me. I like some Pantera stuff as well. I think it was a Vulgar Display of Power, the album that I liked, but I didn't like them as much as other people that I knew. Anthrax, yeah, didn't mind some of their stuff, but I did like Faith No More a lot, and there's another band out there that not too many people know them. They're called Love Hate, and the album that I really liked was an album called Wasted in America. Like, you know, I kind of feel like singing it now, but I feel like I'll lose subscribers and viewers at the fastest rate ever, and my voice will be so accurate to the actual song that I'll probably get a copyright strike, so I refrain from doing that. Okay, so this is Power Slave. And remember guys, get your requests in if you can in capitals, and I'm just going to write them down so I can keep testing them for you guys. Okay, so Power Slave is working. Apparently this, oh you know what, all right, whoever suggested Power Slave, thank you. Marcelo, thank you, because let's this hopefully we can test out the save feature now, because it does have it, unless I'm gonna suck at this game, and if I need to get, let's say, 30 minutes into the game to do a save, then we're not going to be able to test it. But if anyone knows a game if anyone knows a game that kind of saves straight away, okay, so this is interesting. This reminds me of those FPSs of that time. Okay, so right, this new 8-bit though, the USB-C one, RF one, it's really good. It really works well with the Saturn Core, and I've even got the menu button, which I didn't have in the previous one. Now I just need to work out an attack button. Okay, so the attack is A, B is jump. Okay, guess controls how you would kind of think. It's very dark though. You know what? It's not as dark on my capture screen. So when I'm looking at that, in fact, okay, you know what? This game's Marcelo. This game is working well. Like, it's looking good. I mean, I'm looking at it on an LCD screen, so it's probably not looking as good. Wow, this game is decent, man. I remember when FPSs first came out, and this was the pinnacle of 3D FPS gaming, man. It was just awesome, like seeing this stuff. What was that game? Was it Hexen? And then there was that one where you're flying around on the PlayStation, like a vehicle one called Descent. Oh, okay, cool. I was wondering where I had to go. Right, let me just have a look at the chat again. Cool. Oops, sorry, I was reading the chat. Getting hit by spiders here. Yeah, so Faith No More. What was the album? What was obviously the song that comes to everyone's mind is Epic. That was like their big commercial success one. Was that the name of the album as well? Or was it? I think the album after that was an album called Angel Dust, wasn't it? Angel Dust, and I wasn't too much into that. The one with Epic is what I was onto, but what I was into. One of my friends, it was their favorite band, so I did used to listen to them a lot. Cool. Yeah, no worries, man. I like that's the thing. Like I like making the videos, but I really do like streaming because it's just fun chatting with like-minded people, and we can go off topic, like anything goes. The only thing that I always request is just keep it clean, because you know I'm a family guy. Like I listened to Gaio, I went home and I became a family man, and my kids look at the channel sometimes, so that's why I try and keep away from any kind of profanity. You know, if there is bad language, I kind of keep it at minimal, and I guess it helps with YouTube as well, pushing your content out, because once you kind of get branded an adult-based channel, people have to be logged in to view videos, and whenever I'm viewing stuff on my work PC, I'm not logged in, so I guess there's definite advantages to keeping stuff clean. Right, guys, we're not gonna bore everyone with a FPS, but this is working really well. Okay, cool. Thanks for that, Nazumu. So, okay, so once you go for that power cycle, they're wiped. It's not something I'm going to go through, hopefully, during this stream. But yeah, it's something I will kind of test later. It's just sometimes I do stuff that's really boring. So let's do this Sukyu Gure then. Whoever asked for it, your turn has come. And remember, guys, get me some more suggestions for games as well that you want to see. I'm going to go through the games list, not in the fastest manner, but fairly fast. You might be able to spot something in there that you like. I'm doing it with taps though, so it doesn't go down too fast, but yeah, there's stuff there that we can actually check out. A lot of the games I was looking at them, I was like, yeah, they look cool, let's add that on there. Now I'm looking at the list, can't remember what any of them were called, but that Sukyu game will definitely do. So let me get down to the bottom. S is always a popular letter in gaming, you know, because you've got so many games with super and whatever else. You know, S is a popular letter for games, man. Definitely has a lot of games. So let's go to that. Here we go. That's the one. Sukyo Gurente. Okay, let's have a look at it, and hopefully it works. So I really like it when your suggestions work. So hopefully it will boot up. And for anyone out there, guys, There's the region free. Oh wow, JB man, you're too kind, dude. Thank you, thank you. That's awesome, man. Well, thank you, JB. Big shout out to you, man. You know what? From now on, like, pick whatever games you want. I'm not listening to anyone else. No, I'm only joking. All is fair. But dude, thank you. You're always too kind on these streams, man. I almost forgot what game I. Okay, so Sukyu Gore. That's what we're doing. So guys, I was saying that for the BIOS, use the region free one. There's a hacked region free one, and it works really well. I can't help you with getting the BIOS, but it is out there. I was helped with some of the guys on the Discord, so but obviously it's not something you can publicly discuss on the Discord, but you know there's a lot of very helpful people up there, right? Okay, straight away I like yeah, I like how this looks. Okay, JB, Bubble, I think we've got Bubble Symphony on here, but we'll go through all the Bubble games. I'm a big fan of Bubble, man. Rainbow Islands, pretty much everything in that series. Okay, Nozomu Time Bokan. Is that how it is? Because I'm going to look for it under Time, under T. I look at it under Bokan as well. So Time Bokan. I should get a bigger bit of paper, man. I've got like small post-its, and I guess I could just rip it off and start the next page. Okay. See if has any BIOS boot screens. Okay. Oh, what's going on here? We crashed. We crashed. Okay, we crashed while I was reading chat. Let's give it a reset, because sometimes the reset just makes it nice. So let's do this. It's actually really good. It's the summer holidays now, so I'm able to stream in the bedroom, because like the kids love doing adventure night downstairs in the front room. So that means my wife's downstairs with them, and it gives me opportunity to do this stuff here. And I think they're going to be doing it a lot, because my boys absolutely love like sleeping in the front room. I've given them like my kind of Switch with a whole bunch of like Mario Party, and they're playing like this game, this Stretchers game, I think, where you're like these two ambulance workers, and you kind of get these people to hospital and all of that, and they're watching this. I laugh watching them play, so they're absolutely having a blast in the front room, which just means I've got the bedroom to myself. No, all good, JB. I want to do the bubble games anyway. Yeah, I know they worked in the previous ones. Okay, so this Sokyo Gorete, whatever it was, isn't working. We gave it a reset, and we're going into a black screen. So next up, let's do a bubble one. Okay. Yeah, no, but Mazamas, the bedroom has always been the workstation. Like I can take my laptop downstairs to the front room, but the way I've wired everything up, like the analog pocket dock and the MiSTer, I just can't be bothered taking it out. I kind of like do my wires. You know, when you get older, you end up doing wires where you just want them out of the way and everything. So I've done that, and to take them up it's too much. When I was younger, I used to move stuff all around. So if I do stuff in the front room, I haven't got the MiSTer. I have to do it just on the PC. So it is just the bedroom, man. My kids have overtaken the front room. I have no access to the TV. The TV is just not mine. Like my middle son is the main guy that uses it. Then my wife and my daughter, at the moment, they're watching Suits. And I kind of got them on that, but that's got a lot of seasons, so they're watching that and they're enjoying that. That's a good show. If anyone hasn't watched it, it's on Netflix. Suits. It's a good show. So I don't have much access to it. And then my mum, who stays with me usually around 4 days a week, she has dementia, so we put like some animal programs on for her. So I literally have no access to the TV in the front room, and I've accepted that. I'm in a bedroom. I've got like 3 screens in a bedroom. I've got I think a 28-inch monitor mounted on the wall. Then I've got my laptop, and I've got like a 22-inch screen here as well. So that's kind of like what I do my work on and everything. But hey, I'm cool with that, man. You know, it is the family life. Like, I wish if I had like a spare room. I've got a shed, but I've just got too much stuff in there to kind of, you know, to go in there and do this stuff. Okay, do you know what, Nazuma, we're gonna go back to, let me just put a star next to that name. You know what we can do, because at the moment I've got no RAM cartridge in there, so maybe after this we can go back and check that. I can just give it 4 gig of RAM. I completely forgot about that. It's what happens when I end up chatting. I just don't do that too much. This is a really good game. I really do like this game. I think this is on the Taito F3 hardware, if I'm not mistaken. So Hopefully we will get like an arcade core of this, because I think who's working on a Taito F3? I think it's the Japanese developer called Raki. Now JB, this is awesome, man. Make sure you play this. Make sure you play this on the MiSTer as well. But if the Taito F3 comes out, I know a lot of people like elevator action. I tried it on the Taito SJ core, the old one. It's a decent game, but the new one just looks really good, man. Looks really good. Do you know what? My wife, when it comes to cables, like, she's the worst. Like I'm glad she's got wireless like earphones now, but man, anytime she had anything wired, like 10 minutes later there'll be so many knots in it, you know. And it was like, it wasn't super expensive headphones, but the earphones I would get would be like 25 or 35 pounds, and in the end I ended up just buying the cheap ones. Now that wireless one's out, she's got a couple of pairs, and I think they're better because she proper tangles up those wires. Like, I've actually got more wires than I'd like around the room, but what I have done with like the power wire for for the MiSTer, as well as like the HDMI, like they're all kind of hidden. But then there's just so many wires. I've got like the switch on top, on a shelf on top of like what used to be a TV here. Now it's just a big monitor. And then I've got like the MiSTer, then I've got the analog pocket dock, and as well as that I've got like a cheap Chinese PC that I only use that for torrents. It's just there for that. But I'm gonna have to replace that because that has Windows 10 and I can't upgrade it to Windows 11. So, but some of those PCs are really cheap now, one of those micro ones. But there's a lot of stuff here, so there are wires kind of hanging around, which I don't like, but I can't really do much about that. I can't think of a way of actually tidying those up. Cool. Okay. Right. Okay. Let's try that. Let's try that other game again. So let's go 4 megabytes of RAM, and the game. Okay. SO, whatever it was called, SO something. Oh, here we go. Sorry, I was on it. Okay, let's see if this works in any way now. Now that we've increased it to 4, giving it 4 megabytes of RAM. Do you know one thing I do like about hiding cables is in my front room, all the cables are hidden. So like the TV's there, there's a PS4 there, a Wii U there, a Switch there, a PC there, and an Xbox One there, and all the cables are hidden. But if you actually look behind the cabinet, it's like a jungle there. I hate going back there whenever I need to change anything or do anything. It looks absolutely great, but it's just behind there. It's terrible. I've got like the bits of wire behind the TV. I've put like some little things around it that match the color of the paint. But if you actually look behind the TV, behind the cabinet, it looks terrible. Hold on, this has just started working now. So we've given it 4 megabytes of RAM, and then unless it's going to crash now, let's have a look. It did come here before, didn't it? Okay, so let's have a look. Okay, we're getting a little bit further. So yeah, nice one for the reminder. I think. Yeah, you said, yeah, it's funny with the RAM. So, okay, so 4 megabytes of RAM, done a reset, and this is working now. There's not really much sound coming out though. I've got the sound up to a reasonable level where I can hear it, but I've got obviously on my streaming software, which it's only OBS that I'm using, but I can see like a visual bar that shows me the sound levels. My one is bouncing because hey, I'm talking a lot. Yes, it's clean cables are important, man. But the amount of stuff I've got here, yeah, I've do you know what? You know, once you look at something often enough, like I've got wires kind of hanging down, and I've got different charger stuff. Then, for example, like on this desk here, if I do something with like the Steam Deck, I don't do too many Steam Deck videos, but I really do like the Steam Deck. I think it's a fantastic device, and I know a lot of people say the best one to get is a 64 gig version and upgrade the SSD. But honestly, I really like the screen on the top end model, which what was it, the 512 one, the non-reflective screen. It's awesome. Like when I take it to work, I've got like those LEDs on top, and they reflect in anything that I use, you know, my phone, a tablet, any other handheld, the Analog Pocket. I've probably seen some of my Analog Pocket videos when I'm filming them at work. There's a lot of reflection in. I try and keep them out, but man, on that Steam Deck, it just goes. Now I know some people say you can use a screen protector. I generally tend not to use screen protectors. But yeah, I really do like the Steam Deck. And I bought the ROG Ally. I think I was talking about it in the last stream as well. And I bought the ROG Ally. The analog sticks are too loose. The D-pad is crap. And it's actually worse than the Steam Deck one. And the Steam Deck one D-pad isn't that great, to be honest. And it will roast your micro SD card. So it fried 2 of my micro SD cards. One of them I only just bought, so I ended up returning that to Amazon. But the second one, like when I'm copying stuff onto it, it doesn't run it that fast. It's actually this memory card I'm using now. It's a 512. I've just put the unstable build of MiSTer on there, and yeah, it's working because it's not, the MiSTer doesn't need that much information being fed into it, you know. So that's cool for that. When I was copying stuff on there, it took ages. When I was putting the whole Saturn games on there, it took a long time. And that was a ROG Ally that Friday. Okay, so in regards to Kiki Kaikai, there's 2 developers working on that. So hopefully you'll see that soon. Secret account. So one of them is Pirko, I think, and the other one is Raki. So that's 2 things there. Maybe they're collaborating, and one of them's working on there. One of them's like leading on the project now. And in regards to Toki, that's something we're all looking forward to. Now I'm not sure if someone donated Hotego the PCB or at least offered it to him, but there is someone over on Twitter. Actually, I exchanged a DM with them earlier, and what they're doing is they repair arcade PCBs. There's someone called Michael, and if you check my latest Twitter thing, you see, I think I retweeted, I think it's called repost now. It's changed a little bit, so I reposted some of their tweets, but they're doing a lot of schematics, and they're publishing them. So, and one of them is for, I think, Cabal, which I think is similar to Toki. I'm not too tech with this stuff, but I was speaking to them earlier. So yeah, they were saying that yeah, those schematics are going to be up. So who knows, we may see that in future if a developer decides to pick it up, and at least the schematics from the arcade machine are there. But so yeah, Toki's a great game. I'd absolutely love to see that on the arcade. Kiki Kaikai, it's not something that I played. The Pokey and Rocky was one of my favorite games on the SNES, but when I played it now, I bought the version for the Switch. I feel it hasn't aged that well because you can't lock in a direction. I just found it quite difficult. You're trying to move one way and you always shoot the way you move, but it's a great game nonetheless. It's just, I find it a bit difficult now. Right, sorry, I'm going to get blown up here. I'm just going to look at the chat to see if there's anything else. The latency, JB, on the 8BitDo controller, it's really good. Like I have no issues with it. I'm using it now. I felt a bit of latency on Mortal Kombat 2, but that might have been the game. It might have been the game. The game was just, when I was letting go, I could feel like the character was still moving slightly. So we're going to look at, I would definitely recommend getting the 8BitDo, the RF controllers. I've got a few. I've got 2 M30s, the black one, the white one. I've got like the ultimate USB-C controller. As well as that, I've got the PC Engine controller. I've got a few of them. I've got the arcade stick as well, the wireless one, which I don't like for fighting games because there's not enough room on the left-hand side of the stick. But for normal games, like if I was doing the stream now, an arcade one, I could play on there absolutely fine. Yeah, Jerkface, the M30, it's a fantastic controller, man. Really like it. Right, let's have a look at this. So we've got Time Bokan series. Is it called Time? Okay. So maybe, oh, hold on, I have got it. Oh, wow, okay, cool, nice. I didn't even know that. So guys, get me some more games, write them in block caps where you can, and I will go through those. So, and yeah, try and name them as they would be, because yeah, try and name them as they would be, because I'll look for them on that list the way you guys write them. Yeah, so what's that question there? Yeah, so JB, RF controller, yeah, the latency is so minute, like it does not. I don't really feel it. Like wired will, I guess, will always be the best option, but RF is definitely the most convenient, and the latency, whatever little latency it has, it doesn't bug me. Like it doesn't bug me in the slightest. Bluetooth, I can feel the latency. Like I can feel the latency like big time. Right, so this is the time button series. It's crashed. So what we can do, we're going to try a couple of things. Let's go for a reset. And okay, Cyberakuma, absolutely love that username, man. That's awesome. Yeah, okay, do you know what, Cyberakuma? While this is booting up, I will go through that list again. So, you know what? I was thinking of posting a list, but I'm not the fastest typer, and I would have had to type all of these, or like, you know, rename the folder and then copy and paste it. So maybe on the next one I can just post all the games that I've got. I'm going through them a little bit fast, but feel free to just kind of go back and pause it or whatever. But that's all the games that I've got there, if there's anything you want here. So that's crashed on the same part. Let me just go through that list again. We've got a nice kind of brick wall background. Okay, cool. Nice one for that, Raymond. So that's two of you guys saying that when you save it, when you power cycle it, it goes. Yeah, no worries, JB. I mean, I'm not the only one with that, but I would definitely say, like, pick yourself up an RF controller. Just grab one, try it out for yourself. I do, like, for shmups, I absolutely love the PC Engine one. It's such a great controller, like really, really great controller. Right, let's get rid of that menu. And okay, so let's try one thing now. So let's just get rid of the RAM, because I don't know if that's gonna cause an issue, but like, because it's caused temperamental sometimes, like changing stuff around, just, I don't know, just make stuff work. Okay, we're gonna do Last Bronx. Cool, awesome, and thanks AMS5 for doing that in capitals. I don't expect everyone to do it, because someone might drop in and they may not have heard me say it, so I might say it a few times throughout the stream. That, guys, any requests, if you can put them in block capitals, I will appreciate that. I think I've got like 170, I've got 170 files in there, so it might be 150 games, because in the case of Primal Rage, I've got the USA and the Japanese version, and then some games are multiple discs, but I think 150 would be a kind of fair number. Okay, that hasn't worked. Well, let's put it on 4 gig of RAM anyway, and let's now go for Last Bronx. But guys, yeah, keep your requests coming in. Honestly, I'm really enjoying hanging out with you guys, man. It's cool. And if you're just tuning in as well, if you're running the Sega Saturn Core, there is a hacked version of a universal a universal BIOS, a region-free BIOS. Okay, I just saw another game near Radiant Silvergun. Do you know what? I haven't tried it, Hyper Street Fighter. You know what? I've seen your comment on the videos before. I wanted to tell you, man, I love the username, because, hey, who doesn't like Hyper Street Fighter 2? Like, hyper fighting is awesome. And you know what? Hyper Street Fighter 2, the 15th anniversary, I really like it. I know it's unbalanced, but I've always liked it, man. I've liked the fact that you can play World Warrior against Super Turbo. It is bliss. It is awesome. Sexy, Parodius, damn right. Nozumu, you are sexy for suggesting that, because I love Parodius, man. Like, my journey with Parodius began on the Super Nintendo, and guys, like, I love that game, man. One thing, since getting a MiSTer, I realised how much I like shmups. Like, I always dabbled in shmups, so I like them. Okay, this has crashed a bit. So let's just go here and do none and do a reset. And then on here, I started playing so many. I was like, shit, man, I really do like these games. Raymond, X-Men versus SF. Yes, sir. We will get that on there. See, that's awesome. I like getting the list up. It just means I can go through games without selecting some myself. So let's hopefully get the Last Bronx going. Yeah, man, shmups are awesome. They're bloody difficult, I'll give it that, man. They are tough. Like, they are not easy, but I do like them. One of my favorite ones was actually on oh, here we go. So here you go. Like, so putting the RAM to like 0, cool, it worked. One of my favorite shmups is Gunhead, or known as Blazing Lasers, for the TurboGrafx 16. All right, I'll go with this guy because he's got a bandana. Yeah, Gunhead, Blazing Lasers, really good game, man. Like amazing power-ups and everything. Absolutely love that game. The other one's obviously Parodius, Nemesis, and all the Nemesis kind of variants, whether it's Gradius, Life Force, Salamander. There was a whole bunch of different ones, right? So, okay, so this hasn't got any sound. It looks all right though. At least to me, it looks like it's running full speed, because in the early days of the core, whenever we kind of ran a 3D-ish fighting game, whatever it may be, it may have started off okay, and then it kind of went down to 30 frames a second. It just kind of went at half the speed. But yeah, this is working. It's a good game. Has everyone just got a stick in here? Is this what it is? Is this beat your stick or beat someone else with your stick? Is this what this game is about? But see, like I absolutely love fighting games, man. They were so great. Like I thought I was so good at fighting games, but the bar was low. My friends weren't that good, and I thought I was amazing. And it's only like later in life, in my 20s, when I really started playing people that were good, and I was like, oh shit, is this really what the competition is like? And then you kind of find out, and that's how you kind of level up your game, man. But you know, when we were younger, we only played with our circle really, and we thought we were amazing. I mean, we went to the arcade, got some wins in the arcade, but often the guys in the arcade were amazing, so I'd end up just getting whacked out by them. But going back to the game on screen now, Last Bronx. Yeah, it's working. There's no sound though, so you know, you might need someone kicking about next to you making those sound effects. Yeah, Gunhead definitely works. Yeah, you know what? It doesn't matter sucking at the stuff, in your opinion. Well, okay, so that secret account, that thing there, look, I'm not too much of a tech guy. I'm just an end user with a channel. You know, I've done this as a hobby, and I do enjoy what I do, and I honestly can't say. I can't give you a timeline. I can't say anything in there. The only thing that I can say is from when I first started testing it and doing it, it has come a long way. A lot more games are working. Stuff's working at full speed. It's looking good. Who knows what will happen by the end of the year. I mean, SRG 320, he's in Ukraine. It's a country that is officially at war. So like it is, every time you get an update, it's almost like a confirmation that, hey, he's okay at the moment. Because, you know, you're in that country, and even though the country is operating, because I ordered an EverDrive and it came from Ukraine, but we just don't know what can happen. So the guy's putting out a lot of updates. So it's I guess it's quite possible, but I really have no idea, man. My guess is as good as yours. Right, let's now try Radiant Silvergun. Virtua Fighter 2, yeah, let's do VF2. Let's add that to the list. Definitely try that. Yeah, middle-aged gamer syndrome. Yeah, that is probably a thing, I imagine. Right, so what was the next one? Radiant Silvergun. Right, okay, so this worked. Okay, so here's one other thing about the Saturn Core. Sometimes games work, like Shinobi worked on a previous build, but I can't get Shinobi working anymore. Radiant Silvergun worked for me, but it had graphical issues. Now, what happened then was it stopped working. So this is a great shmup, by the way. I know, like, there's another YouTube channel that I follow. It's not like a massive guy or anything, but he's a lot of fun. Oh man, I forgot what it's called now. The guy's name is, oh, it's called 16 Bits and Bobs. Quite a funny UK guy, and he loves the Sega stuff, and he's bought a Saturn with an original copy of this game, and yeah, he's trying to complete it and everything. Yeah, do you know what? YouTube's weird, Cyber. It deletes a lot of stuff. So right, this isn't working. So let's start with 4 gig of RAM. And so this is Radiant Silvergun we're trying to get working now. The reset often gets stuff working. Let's see if it works. Cool. Oh, nice. Okay, see, time flies when I'm doing this streaming, man. It's almost been an hour. I'm kind of aiming to kind of end it at around midnight over here, which is in just over an hour's time. Hey Nico, how you doing, man? Yeah, definitely some good stuff with the Saturn Core. Okay, cool. Yeah, no, Panzer Dragoon kind of ran okayish for me. So let's go down to two megabytes of RAM. Let's just see what that's like. Yeah, Panzer Dragoon, from what I remember, kind of it kind of ran okay when I done it. The only thing that I find with Panzer Dragoon now, my head's all over the place with the controls. Like, I'm so used to standardized controls with stuff that it's difficult. Like when I play something like Rogue Squadron, half the time I don't know if I'm going up or down. Like my brain is just too confused with that. And even though I absolutely loved like the Rogue Squadron games, be it on the Nintendo 64 or the GameCube versions were fantastic. So that's not really doing much. So let's just go that and give it a reset. But I don't think Radiant Silvergun's going to work. Let's have a look. Be nice if it does, but more than likely it's not going to work. So Radiant Silvergun looks like it's going to be a no joy. Next up, we're going to try Sexy Parodius. And guys, get your games in, write them in block capital so I can pick them up in the chat easily. Yeah, do you know what? It's just all right. We'll go back to none and we'll do it. It's just me experimenting with this stuff. Likely it's just not going to work anyway. But it didn't work on none. That's the first thing that we actually did it with. But it's just me trying stuff and my kind of lack of knowledge with the stuff as well. But thanks for pointing that out, Paul. Do appreciate that. Right, let's go to Sexy Parodius. Here we go. So what is Sexy Parodius? What's the difference between, yep, Princess Crown, no problems, Akuma, we'll put that down. So what is the difference between Sexy Parodius and normal Parodius? Because obviously Parodius is what I played on the SNES. The Game Boy version is really good as well. Cool. Okay, yeah, so yeah, I'm using the single SD-RAM version, but I can see myself, I mean, I'm not using the CRT. I do use the analog output to put a VGA out, so because the digital goes into a capture card. So I guess I could end up losing the analog output in order to have another stick of RAM. That's probably something I'm going to do at some point, especially if calls like Mortal Kombat may require an additional stick of RAM, so I'll end up getting that. So let's have a look. Okay, what an awesome game, right? Got Twinkle Twinkle Little Star playing. Okay, so Sexy Parodius has got quite a lot. Okay, let's yeah, let's go to Paper Airplane. The Paper Airplane just, okay, so we want, okay, now so so semi-auto I think is the good option. Manual, you got two separate buttons you need to press for shot and missile. Semi-auto, you still do your power-ups, but your shot and missiles are on one button. I've always preferred that. You know, unless I've got auto fire, I prefer just mashing one button. Okay, Steam Hearts, right, I'll write that down as soon as yep, as soon as I do that, Steam Hearts. Okay, the sound stops straight away. Okay, like the one speed makes him, it makes him really fast, man. I absolutely love the Parodius games, man. They are just so wacky, man. So wacky, but so great. Okay, so I've got a missile there. Yeah, the sound's gone, man. Like the soundtrack for this game is just fantastic. I'm getting loads of sheep, man. Surprised I'm not going to get some like protesters soon, you know. I've killed the animals, but I can assure you no animals were harmed in the making of this stream or during the making of this stream. So what have I got here? I've got the freeway shot. Even with one speed, I've got one speed. This airplane is a little bit too. Okay, let's get that Super Bond. Come forward. Ah. I tried getting that. Okay, this is working. This is working. It plays fine, but again, it's the sound effects thing, isn't it? I haven't got much of it. Okay, what have I got here? Maybe try and get another power up. What's that? Always reset, isn't it? This thing hasn't got an option. It doesn't look like. I kind of do like Vic Viper in a lot of these games, man. I like the Nemesis ship in Parodius. That's probably one of my favorite ones in all these games. You know what you get with Vic Viper. You know, you get the laser that you want to use. You want to get the options, and sometimes you've got a double option for shields. There's a lot of animals that we're destroying in here. So what's that POW? Okay, so that's okay. So that just increases his power. I do like his missiles though. The little guys in the parachutes, man. This is a cool game. All right, let's go to the next one. Let's have a look. I was supposed to write down a game as well, so. Let's have a look. Sorry. All right, so okay, we've got Princess Crown. Sorry guys, just reading the chat. So just watch my ship blow up a few times. Someone did, okay, Steam Hearts. Okay, Steam Hearts, if I've got that there. Just writing these down so I don't lose track of them, guys. Bear with me. Yeah, definitely, Paul. Nice progress on the core. Proteus. Yeah, Proteus so much fun. There's another Proteus I've got as well. I don't know if it's the other one. It's the same one named in Japanese. It's called like Jinkyu, Winkyu something. Yeah, Cyberku, I really hope you do get a MiSTer, man. It doesn't look like they're going down in price or anything, but it really is the best way to play retro games. I'm certainly having a lot of fun since I got my MiSTer. Right, next up we've got X-Men versus Street Fighter. So let's check that out. Never quite got to grips with the superhero fighting games. I liked them kind of when they came out, but I was partying them. I wasn't playing too many games, you know. That was when we kind of stopped playing games for a bit. But I never kind of understood them. I'm always more of the traditional ones. Okay, so this I think that's the 4 MB RAM warning. So let's give you 4 MB of RAM. Give it a reset, and hopefully it'll boot into it. I haven't had much luck with a lot of these games. Alpha 3 started working for me, but then it just mashes up later on. That's good advice there, Jerkface. You can buy certain parts of it. I think I think Gregor was saying on the Discord what parts to buy. Okay, this is looking good actually, this part here, because I don't usually get so far in these games. A lot of them were crashing on the Capcom logo for me. Sorry guys, you couldn't hear me guzzle my drink there. I may have spoken too soon, so it's gone to that loading part. Unless it's taking ages to load and I'm just being impatient. Well, do you know what, the Cyberku, the MiSTer project, I really hope, like, they're the cheap standard board, there's plenty of stock of it and it's around, and there's a cheap alternative there and all the cores are there. That really would be awesome, because if there was, let's say, like my MiSTer setup, I think if I was to buy it now, it would cost me around 400 to buy everything manually, and a friend of mine put everything together. When I bought it like a year and a bit ago, it cost me $350. That's in pounds, so in dollars I guess it's like $450 or something. Now for the same thing it will cost me an additional £50. But if the MiSTer has got a lot of the cores on there, if it can kind of do CPS2, I'll buy another one, because when I go out and see some of my Street Fighter guys, a lot of them we played Super Turbo. If it can do CPS3 later on when CPS3 is released, that's even awesome, because I've got a whole bunch of guys that we used to play Third Strike in the arcade, and we still kind of meet up with each other from time to time. But it would be nice to have something there. The analog pocket is quite nice to take out, but it's not quite the same, you know. I'll take the dock out. I can't use any screen filters, so on an LCD screen they just look crap, man. I don't like how the games look without using filters. Now on YouTube I don't use filters because the compression just makes filters look like crap, but when I'm playing and I'm not filming or streaming, man, I use those scanline filters all the time. Like the only time I don't use scanline filters is like, say, on the analog pocket on the little screen by itself, because you know it's so small. It's fine, plus you don't often have a choice for filters anyway, but they look alright on that screen. But when you're playing the analog pocket on a big screen, there's compatibility issues with certain controllers. It's just not the best thing. It's not as versatile as a MiSTer, but I guess we kind of all know that. So next up we've got Virtua Fighter 2. I'm just going to put the volume all the way down for this, because weirdly enough I think I got a warning. I got a warning, like a warning for the soundtrack on this. I think, I'm not sure though, I could be wrong, but once we leave Virtua Fighter 2, I'll start that again. Okay, so that's got the 4 mega. Okay, so it's not doing it any harm, that's fine. Okay, so I can't remember if we got this running perfect before. Oh, I don't know if I've got that on here, you know, elevator action returns, but that's a good shout. If I haven't, what the hell's wrong with me? I'll have to get that again. I might have it on there. Maybe you did see it on the list and I didn't think of it. Okay, I'll pick this guy because he looks like a ninja, but I don't know much about this game. I do know that it's an amazing game. Like I remember a lot of like when we used to go arcade and play 2D games, a lot of the Tekken guys used to tell me that look, Tekken is checkers and Virtua Fighter is like chess when you compare the two. It's just amazing. Wow. Okay, I'm kind of winning. Okay, so oh yeah, so I've turned the sound down. However, there is no sound anyway on this. So even though I've turned the sound for you guys not to listen, I haven't got any sound either coming out of the TV. If there is, it's very, very low. I can't hear it at the current level. And it's quite, because it's a bit late-ish here, I haven't got it blasting loud. But I'm just one of those guys, I don't like my stuff blasting out loud, man. I don't know. I think it's just one of those things, since becoming like a family man, you always want to hear what's going on around the house in case one of the kids is like, had a nightmare or done this, or they just get up in the middle of the night. So there's something as well, like I never get those, you know, those earphones with the suction cup on them, you know, to kind of block out noise. I always get one where I can hear. I'm not too much into the noise cancelling ones. I've actually got a noise cancelling pair that I only ever use when I travel on the underground. But my normal kind of earphones, I make sure that I can actually hear what's going on around a little bit within kind of reason, you know. On there, what's the chat saying? Linkle liver story. Okay, I haven't. I don't know much about it, much about the Saturn stuff. But if it's like Zelda, I like Zelda. Apart from, I don't know if I'm going to play Tears of the Kingdom or not, because, man, it's just, the game's just too big, man. I feel like playing that will definitely decrease my productivity, because it's just a big game, and I take longer than anyone else playing it. What the average gamer will achieve in an hour will take me like maybe 3 hours to achieve. Maybe once I get into like a dungeon, whatever, then it's kind of okay, you know. But yeah, I do find Zelda game stuff. But for me, Zelda were 2D games, man. I love the 2D Zeldas. A Link to the Past is one of my favorite ones. Link's Awakening is just absolutely bad boy as well. What else is there? The Minish Cap is actually really good. It's different to a lot of the Zelda games. It's done by Capcom, and it was quite action orientated from what I remember. But that's a fantastic one. If you've not played that, that's a very good one to play. And Link's Awakening, I didn't like it on the Switch, but I love it on the Game Boy DMG, man. Absolutely love it. Like, I know there's the Redux version, there's the color version, but there's just a certain charm about that green screen that I like. And you know, I still play it on the original Game Boy from time to time. I never finish it. I end up playing it, doing like 2 or 3 dungeons, and then just kind of like putting it away and not playing it for ages. Right, let's move on to the next game. So VF2's all right without the sound, and let me boot up. Okay, so we've got Princess something, Princess. Let's look for NP Princess, and I'm going to note down any other games that anyone has said. Okay, here we go. Princess Crown. Someone asked for Princess Crown, so here we go. Oops. Right, let me get the sound back up now. Okay, so we kind of should be all right there with the sound. Hey Craig, how you doing, bud? You all right? Yep, Outrun, no problem. Let me add that to the list. That did work for us last time, so that was good. Just trying to see if there's any other game. Okay, so I got Elevator Action Return written down. Yeah, oh yeah, so yeah, sorry, going back to the headphones, yeah, there are some. I think you can do that with the AirPods and everything. But hey, do you know what? The ones I've got, I don't want them super expensive or anything, so I'll stay away from the noise cancelling ones at home, because sometimes when I'm like playing a game or watching something in my bed, it annoys my wife. So I end up putting the headphones on, which rightfully so, you know. You don't want to hear stuff when you're trying to sleep. Okay, please cut down for character limits. I don't know what you mean by that. Maybe I've missed something there, not reading it. Yeah, and I missed the MiSTer's amazing, man. And you know, like Electron has started work on, like, you know, the foundation for Dreamcast stuff. So that's something really awesome as well. And I really hope like a newer FPGA becomes affordable. I know there's talk of I forget certain other brands that do FPGAs, and they might be releasing one. Is it Tang or someone else as well? And if they release one that's at an affordable price, then maybe we can start getting some more powerful kind of consoles simulated. But this is cool. I have put the sound for the game back up, but there's just no sound for this game. There's not much for it. This is a really cool game, man. I'm quite happy just watching the intro and maybe going through some of your requests on here, man. Like awesome stuff. Right, what we got? Okay, so Steam Hearts. Someone said Steam Hearts. We'll try that next. But this is such a stylish game, man. Is this made by does anyone know? Is this made by Vanillaware? They're the people that done. Oh, I played some of their games. Eldean Sphere on like the PS Vita, man. What a game, man! Like a fantastic game. I think they've done that other game as well. Dragon's Crown. Princess Crown, Dragon's Crown. Dragon's Crown was really good on the Vita. I've still got that on the Vita, and that's a really good beat 'em up. It's a beat 'em up, but it's got RPG elements in it, so you can put hundreds of hours in there grinding stuff, grinding loot. I really wish they made like a new beat 'em up like that. That would be for the Switch, or that would be for the PC, so I could play it on the Steam Deck. Yeah, Dragon's Crown just kind of had that right, and I really hope that we do get some other stuff like that. Shame we haven't got sound for this. The sound just kind of seems to be dead here. Hopefully I will get sound in some other games. But yeah, this game definitely looks stylish. You know, I remember this is the kind of game I would have seen as a kid, and I would have been blown away, thinking, wow, this looks amazing. But I know there was a time where when the 3D stuff was coming out, it was the 3D stuff that was making everyone think, wow. You know, that's what you're kind of looking at. Okay, Grimoire. That's not one that I played, Cyber Akuma. But I do like this stuff. Yeah, Muramasa. Oh, you know what? I've got that. I actually bought that on the PS Vita on launch, and I haven't actually gone through and played it. And I think I've got it for like the Wii maybe as well, if it was released for that. So yeah, man, that looks really good. There was one thing I didn't like about it. You know, the parts where you're transitioning and running through, it doesn't let you attack. And I always wanted to attack as I was transitioning from one area to another, because you are running for quite a bit. Okay, what button do I press? Right, okay. Yeah, this is something where I need to bring the book to the old granny. And yeah, the old granny, she ain't got no teeth. You can see from that smile, man. Okay, so what am I doing? Am I squatting down to take a dump, or what? How do I pick up that book? Let me pick up the book. Ah, here we go. Okay, we've picked up the book. Grandma, read me a story, please. No? Why has the book gone back down there? Okay. No. Okay. One last attempt. Pick up the book. That's it. Give it to Grandma. Ah, okay. It's the C button. Nice. Oh, you know, I absolutely love the Vita. I've got two. I've got one hacked and one unhacked, but I feel I need to hack the other one as well. Also, what else was it? I need to update RetroArch on the Vita, because RetroArch on the Vita just became... sorry, RetroArch on the Switch like lets me play online against other people now, like very nicely, I have to say. Okay, so I've got to select the second option. Let's have a look. So I'm hoping it's become a lot better on... Right, take the book. Right, what have I got to do to start this? Okay, one more time. Was that the first option? Yeah, so yeah, I really want to try RetroArch on the Vita to see how well it works now. I can't remember if the Vita kind of done CPS2 okay, or if it struggled. I can't quite remember. Okay, so that's that one, do I? Okay, cool. So you do that save file thing, and then you kind of select that save file. I always find that stuff confusing when it does that. Okay, here we go. Yeah, this game looks very stylish, man. Absolutely. Yeah, I think this is fantastic. I wonder if there's a fan translation on there. When I'm actually looking for games, if I find a fan translation, I'll often grab that as well as the original or only the fan translated version. Stellar Assault is a game that got translated a while ago, like a sci-fi shooter, man, and it's actually a good game, man. Like, I played it on emulation, and I always thought Saturn emulation was bad, but it wasn't as bad as I thought it was, at least via RetroArch. I can't remember what core I used within RetroArch. I'm a big fan of RetroArch as well. Like, I got my MiSTer, I've said it many times before, I got it for Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. When I played the MiSTer around my friend's house, it felt perfect to the arcade, and I was like, right, I'm getting one. And then in getting that, I just got so much more stuff that I've enjoyed playing. Yeah, original Xbox, man, that's amazing. Unfortunately, my one died, man. I turned it on and it died. It's still there. Maybe I'll get one of my buddies to have a look at it at some point. But yeah, the original Xbox, man, was amazing. That was the first time I properly got introduced to emulation. Before that, I had like a disc for the Dreamcast that let me play, that allowed me to play Mega Drive games. The emulation was bad, but it was the first time I played Mega Drive games in a long time. When I got the original Xbox, I still remember I was a single guy, and I used to go through a lot of green back then, and I remember I took 2 weeks off work, and I did nothing but play like the Xbox for 2 weeks. I went through all the Street Fighter games. I went through so many arcade games. Just pressing that back button and hearing that coin was just so amazing. Guys, this game is just so stylish. Okay, so I recommend you just never know, man. There's a lot of stuff getting translated. I mean, the guys translated Nakaruru, the gift that she gave me, the visual novel based on the Samurai Shodown character. It took them 2 years to translate that, and that came over. So, you know, don't give up hope. There's always a possibility that it will get done, and that'll be awesome if it does, because this game just looks amazing. Like, it just looks like such a good game. Hopefully it plays well as well, but just visually, man, this game looks amazing. It's just got it. And this is that thing where 2D and pixel stuff has just aged so much better than 3D stuff. Like, looking at a lot of 3D stuff on like the Saturn and the PlayStation, it looks rubbish now when you look at it. I mean, don't get me wrong, I still like some of it, but that like 16-bit pixel graphics, or even like when they've done stuff for 32-bit, which was like a extension, and it was like the 16-bit with more like zoom in and zoom out and crazy stuff going on. It just looks mad good, man. I kind of feel like I can watch this intro, but I feel like maybe we should move over to the next game. Now, guys, keep your suggestions coming in, please, yeah, for anything else you do want to see. But we'll try that Steam Hearts next. So let's go Steam Hearts. So I could just watch this game for a bit longer, to be honest, but let's move on. So someone said Steam Hearts. I don't actually remember all the games I have on here, but let's get to, so that's Steam Gear. Was there Steam Hearts? No, okay. Someone, what was it? I think it was Steam Hearts on here. So I know Steam Gear Mash. I had a look at that one earlier. What's that old man thing there, right? Awesome. Yeah, well, hopefully well, okay, so I can't remember what that was. So if anyone else, whoever asked for Steam Hearts, I haven't got it here. Is it one of these games? If it is, then block capitals in the comment section, please, and I'll come back to that one. I've just marked it with a star. But let's have a look at Elevator Action. Like, who literally would think, when you think of the game Elevate, oh, man, have I not got that? I suck. How can I not have that game on here? Right, that's something I need to get for the next one. Yeah, definitely need some Elevator Action returns. That, oh man, that really disappointed in myself. I should have had that on here. So we have got Outrun, which is probably going to be under Sega Ages Outrun, if I remember correctly. Here we go. Got two versions of it. Okay, let's load the first one first, and hopefully it works. And I think this is quite a good version of Outrun. So things to get, let me put a circle around that so I know which ones I need to get. So whoever said Steam Hearts, have you got the name of it out of the list, and I'll get that. Was that you? Okay, cool. Oh, was that the old man gif? Yeah, he didn't mean to post that. Don't worry about it, man. We're all, most of us are old men here anyway. When I look at my YouTube stats, most of the people that view the channel are between 35 and 55. So you've got, I think you've got a age group there that says 35 to 44 or something, and you've got one 45 to like 55 or something. A lot of people are from actually 35 to 45, but you have got some that are 45 to 55, but I imagine most of them are still in their 40s, with a few maybe being in the 50s. Right, what's going on? I'm not getting sound for anything now. So what I did actually do earlier was, let me just enable that again in case that had some kind of effect. Save settings. Okay, I'm just thinking I might need to reboot my MiSTer, but I'm always scared to do that because it kind of has, all right, you know what, I'm going to try it. It kind of mashes up the software sometimes. Hopefully it won't, and hopefully it'll come back. I just want to do a reset to see if we do actually get sound back, because that was a lot of games in a row without sound. So let's go back to the Sega Saturn Core. Okay, yeah, so that's, oh man, that's broke my stream, man. That sucks. Okay, let me see if I can, guys, I know you can hear me. Let me see if I can get that back up. No. Right, okay, not that. Let's hopefully, I've got my picture up here. No. All right, let me. So look, that's what I've done. I've done a restart, and that's what the restart done. It's killed. Hopefully it hasn't killed the stream. Please, please don't kill the stream. Right, let's see if I can add it again. No. Okay, so that's nothing there. Yeah, that's gone temperamental. Oh no, is this good? I was having a lot of fun here. That's killed it. Doing that. Let me try reset again. I'm gonna do a cold reboot and see if that actually brings anything back. Sorry guys, bear with me. There was a lot of games there without sound, so I kind of, oh, okay, we're back. Awesome. Cold reboot brought us back. Awesome. This stream did not die. Let's have a look. Now just kind of need to turn my monitor. Here we go. Awesome. What? Hold on. Has that disappeared again? Oh no, okay, cool. We're back. Right, so let's see if we get sound. Guys, I'm so happy. I thought that stream was gonna end there, legit. But I done a reboot, but then I done a cold reboot. You know, where you hold the button down for longer, and it kind of done that one. Okay, okay, nice to know that was awesome. And right, let's hope. Okay, so in case you, if you do want to get the Saturn Core up and running, let's have a look. So first thing you want to do is load the BIOS. So we're going to do that. My BIOS is always at the bottom, and then once we've loaded the BIOS, remember what I said, I've got a hacked region 3 one, so I don't need to change my region to anything. I can just go straight on and load a game. So let's go in and let's go to Sega Ages and load a game. Where are I? Okay, load Outrun, and let's see if we get sound, or was that reset for nothing? I'm so glad didn't have to yeah, just so glad that the stream didn't end there. I legit thought that was it. I thought that's it, it's just crashed out the software. But yeah, we're back, and yeah, that's good. Okay, we didn't have sound anyway. Okay, so that reset was for nothing. I nearly killed the stream for nothing, because I really did want to hear Magical Sound Shower, and I can't even hear it. That's one of the best gaming soundtracks ever, man. Okay, let me write that down, because there's that game, that Shinobi Den. I've got that, I haven't tried it out. Shinobi. Right, sorry guys, just taking some notes here again. Outrun, okay. Is anything else there? Shinobi, okay. Or Shinobi Legions. Shinobi Legions didn't work for me last time. I'm actually writing shorthand now as well. Right, okay, let's get the car gang. The Ferrari gang, we are just way behind. I'm still on low gear. Okay, here I am on high gear. This is a fantastic game. You know, one game that I really enjoy playing. I've put it on my Steam Deck, and unfortunately, it's not available to buy on Steam anymore. But if anyone wants it, drop me a message on the Discord and I'll get it for you. And that's that Outrun Coast, what is it? Outrun Coast to Coast 2006 or Outrun 2 Coast to Coast 2006. Guys, that's one of the sickest racing games ever made, man. Like I've put it on the Steam Deck and it's one of the games I actually play often on there. It's just such a great game, but you cannot buy it anymore. So I ended up converting an old physical disc into like an ISO, and I use that to put around. So yeah, if anyone hasn't got the game, because it's unavailable to purchase now. I don't know if you can. I don't think there's any way you can purchase it. So not that I condone that kind of stuff, but if you were to if you were after it and you can't get it anywhere, then definitely give me a shout on DM me on Discord, not in like the main chat or anything, and there might be a way I can point you in the direction of where you can get that from. If not, then you know, maybe checking your favorite internet archive can get you that game. But it plays really, really well on the original, on the Steam Deck. It plays really, really well, like fantastically well. And I'd go as far as saying it's probably the best game on the Steam Deck. And it's not even available to buy. Like, it's just such a great game. I really wish the online features, or there was like, you know, you get the fan servers for games. I really wish that actually had fan servers, because it'd be nice to kind of race against other people. It's got a great different arcade modes in it, like the heart attack mode where you keep getting different challenges. It really does feel like a great arcade racer. The other arcade racing games I did like were Burnouts before they went a little bit too crazy, and I didn't like Burnout Paradise because I kind of preferred it as one track you're racing, as a whole open, a whole city that you're racing around. You know, looking at that map made me crash a lot. But Burnout 3 was really good. The one after that, Burnout Revenge, I felt even though I did enjoy it, that and Burnout Dominator, they got a bit too gimmicky, you know. But Burnout 3 was I think where they got it right. Plus it was one of the games I played on the original Xbox online. It was one of the games, you know, that Capcom versus SNK 2, Crimson Skies, a little bit of Halo 2, but I kept getting owned at Halo 2, so I never played it too much. Sorry, someone has written some other games down there. Hellslave, did we try that one already? If not, if I've got it on here, I'll try it, no problem. Let's have a look. Okay. Yeah, Coast to Coast. Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay. The PS2 version 75. Yeah, man. That's a lot of stuff's really expensive, man. Yeah. Do you know what? Like, I used to have a game shop, and when we got retro stuff in, we gave people pennies for it. It was worthless at that time. Worthless. Absolutely worthless. And yeah, man, I ended up selling a lot of it for really cheap when I closed the shop. I wish if I kept a lot of it. So we're going to try that Shin Shinobi game now. So let's go there. I'm really hoping we get sound on. Okay, so Shin Shinobi Den. I'm really am hoping we do get some sound. I guess the sound's working because when the splash screen and yeah, when the OS screen kind of comes up, there is a little bit of sound there. So I'm just hoping we get some sound for games. Okay. What is this Shinobi Den? Is this an actual Shinobi game? Is this that one with the kind of FMV character in there? Because if that is, then that's awesome. Yeah, retro games, even box ones, man. When we go to CEX, it don't work. Okay, I think this may have crashed on me. Right, let's go. Okay, so let's change the RAM to none and let's give it a reset. I still can't believe we nearly lost the stream, man. I'm so glad it came back. I was literally like, the only way I can get it working again is to stop the stream. But if I stop the stream, it's not going to be a continuous stream. Wow. Thanks, James. Oh, Metal Gear, man. Do you know what? I've tried so many times. Okay, so let's watch the FMV here, see if it does anything. Right, Metal Gear 5. I've tried so many times to get into that. I kind of get to the third mission, but I always end up getting clocked. I can't do the stealth too well in that, man. But I've wanted to play it, and I know there's mixed feelings on that game. Some people think it wasn't completed and Hideo was leaving Konami and everything, but I wanted to play it. I wanted to play 4 as well, but I really want like a PC version of that, man. Like maybe years down the line when PS3 emulation becomes a lot better. I think it is, you can play it all the way through now. The emulation is actually quite good. Okay, cool, wicked. Well, the FMV, I'm definitely getting those 90s ninja movie vibes, you know, that we used to watch. Yeah, definitely good. I can have a sip of my drink as well. Well, also, at least we know the sound's working. Oh my god. He's putting out those cosmic rays. Let me put the volume up for this part. Love the lingo. Okay, so hopefully we'll get through this FMV, the Viperman 3. Not sure how YouTube does names now, whether it just does your handle instead of your actual kind of name. I'm not quite sure. It's really weird because sometimes my videos I can see two different names, so I don't know which one to address people by, but I think the handle's the way to go. But some people have a better username than a handle. Yeah, this FMV's bad boy, man. I need to watch some more movies. I really want to watch the American Ninja movies again, man. I used to like them. Cyber Akuma, I saw the caps there. I thought you were asking for a game. I was like, what? By the power of Photoshop. I don't think that's a game for the Saturn. Yeah, man, this FMV is long as well, man, and we've got like a whole movie here. What was that? Did anyone ever play Tekken on the 3DS? Like, it wasn't a bad version of Tekken from what I remember, but you know what? It had the whole Tekken movie on there, man, in 3D, ready to watch. Okay, so this is where it crashes. This is where it crashed last time, so we can watch the FMV. But yeah, Shin Shinobi Den not working. But let's go Shinobi Legions just to, oh, pardon me, just to see if that works as well. So if that works, does it crash on the FMV or? Sagata-san. Okay, so let's write down the first two words. Sagata. See if that's in the list. If that is a game you're saying, James. Snake. Do you know what? Metal Gear 1. Like wow. Like, what a game. I remember I didn't know much about the game. There was a guy, I used to work in a record shop. So I know we were talking about like rock and metal music, but I went through a phase where I actually used to DJ, so I got into like UK garage like heavy, and I used to work in a record shop, and a guy told me about Metal Gear, and I went and got the game, and like wow. If you haven't played it, I'm just going to reveal a little bit of a spoiler, but man, when you find Naomi, like, you might want to close your ears, but when you find out Naomi is a traitor, man, that's the first time I think my heart got broke in a video game, man. Like, I did not see that coming, but that was, what a game. It's hard to go back now. I just can't deal with those controls. They were very, very non-standard, and the shifting angles. Even Metal Gear 3, I tried playing it recently. I just couldn't get on with it. But yeah, hopefully the free remake that comes will be, I really hope like Konami do a good job of it. Right, what's next anyway? So the Shinobi ones ain't working. Have I got a game called Hellslave? I don't remember it. No, I don't have that. Okay, and then what's this one? Sanata-san that someone mentioned. No, I haven't got Sanata-san either. Right, let's have a look at the chat. Thigata. Okay, is it Thigata? Okay, have we already played this or not? Okay, I can't remember. Let's have a look. Let's do that. Remember, guys, any games? Yeah, just put it in block capitals. Any games you want to see? Yeah, Black Viper. I was getting a black screen crashes on Shinobi. So let's have a look now. And we are playing Sagata Sanshiro Yugi, which I'm not sure if we've done already. Oh, okay, cool. Okay, I didn't know that about that, man. Your knowledge of this Saturn stuff, Cyber Akuma, is really, really good. You definitely need to get yourself a MiSTer at some point, man. Really hope that, you know, the funding and everything does fall in place at some point for you and you get it, because, oh, hold on. Yeah, this is one of the ones I've got the fun thumbnail. Now No, we haven't tried Fire Wrestling Pro. We can definitely do that. Let me just write that down. Remember, guys, remember, if you're requesting stuff, if you just tuned in or anything, any requests, try and do them in block capitals. I mean, I am picking up the ones you're not doing in block capitals, but the block capitals just stands out in the chat. I don't have the chat on my main gaming screen. I want to watch this FMV. Has it crashed? No. I pressed start there, kind of paused there. Ooh, the sound was a bit weird there. What's that? That looks like a warning sign. Not telling me it wants RAM, does it? Okay, that's crashed. Let's give it the RAM. I don't know if it's required or not, but let's give it a reset. Oh, nice. Okay, that's cool. You've got the actual hardware as a Saturn. But if you've got two Saturns, wouldn't selling one Saturn, unless obviously you're really attached to both of them, wouldn't sell? I don't know what prices Saturn go for, but wouldn't selling a Saturn be able to fund you a MiSTer? I mean, that's just a suggestion. Obviously, if you're attached to certain things and you want to sell them, I get that. But you know, if that was a means of getting a MiSTer and you've got two Saturns, you're only going to have one Saturn less, and then you may be able to get another one. Okay, that didn't work there. Let's just go back and do a normal reset. Right, would that not be a good way of funding a Saturn, Cyber Akuma? The PlayStation 1 core is fantastic as well on the MiSTer. I think at some point I'm going to do like maybe a whole bunch of like weird games, as well as some games that I like on there that I do like playing out. So yeah, I think it'd be worth doing like a PlayStation one. I know Robert Pipe, the developer, recently all his cores to access save states, he's made them uniform, like on I think the Wonder Swan, the Game Boy Advance core, and like the PlayStation core. Right, hopefully we can. Okay, so game start. This was like, I'm pretty sure this was the mini game one that I had on the thumbnail. Okay, we've got a little bit further. Have a look. Hopefully the top mode is just game mode. So when I was looking at games, when I was looking at a lot of Japanese games, I was trying to get games where it looked like text wasn't that important, you know, like, so I was avoiding stuff like RPGs on there. Herc's Adventure, okay, if I've got it, we'll do it. I should keep these because any of the ones I haven't got, maybe I should try and source them after. Yeah, okay, no, you know what, Cyber, that makes sense. I know a lot of people out there, like, they don't use the original hardware since getting the MiSTer, and I can see why a lot of people would do that. Like there's certain things that I played that when I played them on emulation, they never felt right. A lot of stuff, honestly, I was happy with emulation. Don't get me wrong. But there's certain things that when I played them on a MiSTer, the most recent example was Saint Dragon. Like Saint Dragon, one of the Track 17s and Darren O's cores on the Jalico Mega System 1. When I played that on emulation, I played the Arcade Archives version. It just didn't feel right. It didn't feel right compared to the arcade version. But when the core came out, wow! Like the core was just, it was magical playing that again. Okay, so that just gave me game over. What is going on? Okay, so I'm supposed to do something here. Oh, okay, all right, okay. I'm delivering presents down the chimneys. Okay, love this. Love the wackiness of it. Okay, so you just kind of work out the angles. So, oh, I missed that. Can't believe I missed that. Okay. Okay, this is pretty cool. I love these wacky games out there. Yeah, no, the MiSTer, honestly, like since getting it again, I just feel like a big kid again, man. Like my wife doesn't understand, like, you know, why I like this over any of the other stuff or what it is. To be honest, most people don't get it, but the people that get it, they really get it. It's like when certain calls are coming out, it's like I'm so excited. Okay, I got to dodge them birds as well. Okay, this is an interesting little game. Oh, that's a big chimney. I guess we're getting to the rich part of town now. Okay, you really don't want to be living here. Someone actually lives in a cave. Okay. Wow, how am I supposed to... Okay, I don't know how to dodge those, but I did. I was hoping I could hit the birds with a present, to be honest, but it didn't work. Okay. Okay, quite an interesting title, I have to say. Oh, nearly went to the bottom. Okay, cool. Let's try something else, man. That's an interesting title, though. I guess like the Sega Saturn's version of like what is it, Mario Party, or well, not quite Mario Party, but hey, one of those mini games. What have we got next? Okay, Fire Pro Wrestling. Glad someone said that. The game kind of looks interesting. That's like the 8-man wrestling or something. So let's check that out. Fire Pro Wrestling. What's the difference between the two? 6 men and okay. They're like an American version or something. Okay. Oh, so this might be a fan translated English version that I grabbed. So I might have grabbed 2 of them. Oh yeah, Alhejo, I was thinking kind of Flappy Bird. The only thing about with Flappy Bird is you're kind of tapping that button to flap up and kind of fall down and the rest of it. This one, you're just moving the D-pad around. So definitely a little bit easier than Flappy Bird, because Flappy Bird, you're kind of getting the momentum with that button. I can see why Flappy Bird's addictive. It's actually out for MiSTer and it's out for Analog Pocket now as well. Oh, cool. Do you know what, Akuma? I love looking at those old commercials, man. Those like old commercials, they're just wicked. Sometimes I add them to like videos as well if I get them. There doesn't seem to be like any copyright issues or any issues with them whatsoever. So they're kind of fun to use on there. I don't like when I done the Game and Watch video, there was one where I had a Japanese commercial and it says Game Watch, but actually sounds like Gay Watch, which, you know, it sounded quite funny in the video. So I did that at the beginning of one of the videos, and that was a good one to have. Okay, like the intro for this is just super stylish. Like it already. Fire Pro Wrestling. Wow, man, like 1 hour and 3/4 already. Okay, what's also nice over here, guys, is I think this is a hack, because usually when English is in brackets, it's usually a fan hack. So let's go to, what's this one? Victory Road, story mode. Okay, let's go to the story mode. So yeah, sometimes the hacks don't work, whereas the original game works. But it's nice to see that a hack is working. Wrestling was big back in the day. I know it's big now as well, but I'm going to go with this guy because I like the colour of his shorts. Yeah, Japan definitely has some real whacked out, amazing commercials. Like, there's an account that I follow on Twitter. I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head, but they're always posting like old commercials and stuff. So you get like commercials for old Capcom games, and you just get amazing like retro commercials. I remember seeing one for Strider Final Fight, and yeah, they just looked really good. Yeah, so there's some really good, yeah, there's some good artwork on this as well. Okay, so let's just go next. WWF Superstars, man, that's like the best wrestling game ever made. And someone was last time was saying the sequel was the best game ever made, the best wrestling game, and I get that. But I know I only played the sequel like once or twice. It was in central London. It wasn't in any one of my local arcades. But I did play WWF Superstars a lot in the arcade, and hopefully that's something that's going to come out. Cool, yeah, just reading your comment there, Cyber Akuma. But yeah, the WWF Superstars, I think that's something that Track 17. So Track 17 and Darren O, they do a lot of calls, man. They bring a lot of stuff. So there's a few developers like Hotego, Martin Donlon, but definitely more Hotego and the Track 17. Like a lot of the games that these guys bring over are games that I actually played in the arcade, like myself. So yeah, they're definitely awesome to check out. Okay. Okay, there's a kick. Okay, there's a punch kick. It looks like a free button game, quite possibly. Body slam. Okay, so that's to pick him up. Well, the other button now. Okay. Okay, so all right. Okay, so it seems might be a 2-button game, because if I press A and B together, it gives me the same action as what I get in C. Let's see if the drop kick looks the same. Yeah, definitely. So it might be 2-button, with the 3rd button being the 2 pressed together. Definitely a lot of button mashing here. Nice. What was that move called? The DDT, I think it was. Was it DDT, where you hold the head down like that and smash it? You know, when I was a kid, when I was like 11, I thought wrestling was real. Like, me and a friend, when we left school, we wanted to become wrestlers, and we said we'll go together and become a tag team. And I didn't know like WWF was fake. I didn't know it was like staged and it was an entertainment show. We thought it was real, man. And when I found out at probably the tender age of 12, maybe 13 max, that it wasn't real, I was heartbroken, man. I stopped watching wrestling after that. I just thought, what's the point of watching it? It's not real. When I got older, I thought, okay, I can see why people like it. The theatrics, it's an entertainment show. It's more of a soap opera with some kind of pretend fighting and stuff in there. But as a kid, when I thought it was real, I was heartbroken, man. I still remember when Earthquake broke Hulk Hogan's ribs and he was in hospital, and his theme was played like in really, really sad notes and everything. But he wasn't actually in hospital. He was out making a movie called Suburban Commandos. So, yeah, man, heartbroken. Absolutely heartbroken when I found out that wrestling wasn't... When I found out it was fake, it was... Yeah, it just got me, man. It was never, ever the same again. And back then it used to be WWF, not WWE. So there's an interesting story about that if anyone's unaware. But there's an animal charity called WWF. And they had the name first. So WWE, what it is now, or the wrestling one, they actually offered a lot of money to WWF to have the name. And being a charity, they should have changed their name and made them pay for the rebranding and given them the name WWF, but they didn't. I don't know what exactly happened, whether they bang out refused or asked for too much money. So WWF went to WWE. I'm pretty sure like all the old guys will remember that, but if any of the young guys out there, WWE was once Worldwide Wrestling Federation, and I think now it's Worldwide Wrestling Entertainment. So they did change their name. Kind of hoping like one of us kind of wins here. It's quite a long match, isn't it? We've still got like over 3 minutes left on this match. Oh, I've done a suplex, but I'm not too close to the ropes because, oh yeah, it worked. Okay, can we go out the ring? Oh, I'm out the ring. Okay. Oh, what was it? Was it 20 seconds out of the ring as well? Cool. Do you remember some of the wrestling games? If you were too close to the ropes, the move wouldn't work, and that was in WWF Superstars. Like the best combo, the top tier combo everyone used to pick was Macho Man Randy Savage and the Big Boss Man. Anyone else just wasn't that good. I mean, I was a big fan of the Ultimate Warrior, so I always ended up picking the Ultimate Warrior where I could. But in the end, it was Macho Man with his flying clothesline, and it was Big Boss Man with his Big Boss Slam. They had like their specials. They were the top tier in that game, at least from what I remember. That's that's what everyone picked in the arcade, you know. And it was, you didn't really play 2-player on that. You tried doing the computer, and you played it against the computer. Once you beat the boss characters in that, which was the $1 Million Man and Andre the Giant, you kind of just repeated the whole circuit again. So I don't know if that game ever ended or whether you just kept playing and playing and playing. Oh, okay, sorry. I just noticed the time's going forward, not backwards. My bad. But it is quite late here. However, I am not tired because I'm rested. I'm sleeping till like 10 AM these days, man, instead of my usual 5 AM wake up, you know. Let me read some of the comments, man. There's a lot of comments there. Wow. Alright, sorry, I'm just reading some of the comments. www, you know, that stands for World Wide Web, right? But it's actually easier to say World Wide Web, or it's quicker to say World Wide Web than it is to say www. Yeah, I was reading the comments there, so if I was just kicking in the air there, it's because I was mashing buttons. And, oh wow, that looked like he tried to hump him there. Come on, finish it, finish me off. Either that. Let me see if I can I pin you? Here we go, come on, die now. Nah, okay, I'm gonna go for the next game now. Check a couple of the comments. All right, okay, is that what it was? I always heard there was like a bit of a court case or drama or something in there where WWF, the animal charity, didn't want to give their name over. Wow, okay, yes, it's nice to be on holiday. To be honest, it's very rare that I go to bed late. Right, what we got here? Herc's Adventure. Have I got that on here? Doesn't ring a bell, but hey, I don't remember everything I've got on here. Have I? Have I? No, I haven't got Herc's Adventure. So guys, any other suggestions in here? We'll have that there where I'm just getting pinned down, but trying to see if anyone's mentioned any other games out there. Yeah, do you know, I really like lasagna, but I've not been enjoying it recently. I don't know. That's obviously home cooked one, so hope my wife doesn't watch it. My kids really like it, so she makes it for them. Yeah, oh, okay, sorry, just reading that there. Superstars and WrestleFed ending with 2 loops. Okay, cool. I never done the second loop. I managed to do the first loop like a few times, but I never done the second loop. Like it got quite difficult after that. Okay, so you know what? Let me pick a game. And in the meantime, get your games in as well. What's Genwa? I've got no idea what this is, but I was looking at games that kind of look all right in some cases. Okay, so onto my third post-it now with your request. I'm going to have a little sip of my drink, which is nearly finished. Well, it's coming up to 12, man. So if you guys are still hanging around, I might even extend it past midnight. What's that Iron Maiden song? 2 minutes past midnight? Is that what it is? Okay, you're going to get a WWF mug for Christmas, but it turned out to be a wildlife fund. Was kind of disappointed. Yeah, I'd be disappointed too as well with that. The Viper Man 3, yes, I am using the all region hack BIOS and it works amazingly well. I've forgotten the days where I had to select the correct region before loading my game, and it's fantastic, man. Really glad it works. Beyond Oasis, I'm not sure if I have, and if I have it on here, I will test it. Oh, you know what? That Genwa, see that sound there? That's gonna get me a copyright thing, man. Right, let's go into play again. Well, too late for that. Road Rash is another one. Road Rash on the Saturn. It's got Chris Cornell's voice there from Soundgarden. Like, wasn't the biggest Soundgarden fan, but I do acknowledge that Chris Cornell had a great voice. Sorry, past tense. Guy was a great singer. There's no denying that. It just wasn't for me. But I recognized his voice when I loaded up Road Rash. Oh, okay. So my games, they're on a SD card. It's only a 512. Believe it or not, I don't have that much stuff on my MiSTer all at the same time. It took me ages to get the Amiga core on there. Most of the stuff I play, to be honest, is like the arcade cores. Then I might play something on a SNES or the Mega Drive core. So, you know, if I'm like, okay, let me get around to this and put something on there. Like some of the guys on the Discord suggested doing a Wonder Swan video, and I do want to do that. I've actually borrowed my cousin's. Oh, okay, this looks interesting. I borrowed my cousin's Wonder Swan, which he's got like the backlight mod done to it. He's got a flash cart for it as well. So that's something I'm going to do. But I don't have too many games on it. I mean, at the moment, I'm okay with a 512. I might end up picking up a a 1 terabyte one at some point, or I might just use like a SSD, like a 2 terabyte SSD. Or even like a mechanical hard drive, because yeah, there's nothing on here that needs the speed of a SSD. So I don't know. I mean, at the moment I'm okay. I think after adding all these additional Saturn games and everything, I've probably got half my 512 still empty. And this one here is the unstable one I've got. So I've got my main one that I just used. So I'm all right with not having everything on there. You know, when I want to cover something, I'll source it out and do it. But for me, a lot of it is about nostalgia. Like some of the systems, I don't have any nostalgia for them. I'll cover it on the channel because, hey, it's what I do. I'll do the MiSTer stuff, you know, and I always make a point of saying, look, this doesn't do much for me, whether it's an arcade game, whether it's a computer core or console core. But, you know, for the guys that played it, it's about that nostalgia. You know, it's about as soon as you start playing it, you just get those memories will come flooding back. And that's why a lot of us do this stuff and do this stuff from our generation when we're old, you know, from when we were younger and better times. So because I don't have any nostalgia for it, it really doesn't mean much to me. So that's why I don't fill up my my SD card with everything. You know, as and when something kind of pops up, I'll do it. Right, this is something I guess you need a little bit of a longer time to get into. Yo, hello there, Caesar. How you doing there, bud? You're good? Awesome, awesome. Right, let's did anyone highlighted another game yet? Let's have a look. Cool. Oh, was that Temple of Dog that we're playing, James Boone, in the intro? Because I'm definitely. Or was Chris Cornell murdered? Oh shit. Okay, I knew he died. I didn't realize he was murdered, man. Cool. All right. Yeah, I get that as well. There's a lot like, okay, so if I wasn't doing the YouTube stuff, there's a lot of systems I wouldn't have on here at all. Like I wouldn't even consider looking at them. But oh, let's go with Gradius Deluxe back. I like Gradius. Yeah, because of doing videos, I'll definitely check stuff out. Yeah, guys, remember any games you want, because I could be ending at any time now. I'm having fun, so definitely I'll definitely want to stick around a bit more. But oh, okay, cool. Okay, yeah, I don't know about conspiracy theories. To be honest, I've never been one to buy into them or do anything. But to be honest, with the state of the world at the moment and how much my expenses have gone up, and how much the working class, even like the middle class in the UK, and I guess it's around the world as well, how much your disposable income has gone down just because of your cost of living expenses going up, I'm kind of buying into them a little bit more. You know, some stuff is just, it's apparent how corrupt a lot of stuff out there is. But I have no idea about Chris Cornell. Oh, so Chris Cornell was in, sorry, I know Chris Cornell from Soundgarden. So obviously Temple of the Dog is, I guess, where he went after maybe Soundgarden disbanded. So okay, Cybercrime modern homebrew titles. It depends. Sometimes if there's a game out that I like, if there's a homebrew game, but just as far as homebrew software goes, that I'm not really too fussed about checking any of that stuff. Let me just put this on easy. Yeah, I'm gonna put it on Saturn easy so I can look good doing it. Okay, so power up. Okay, all shot B. No, we want. Yeah, we want missile to be C as well. You know what? Okay, rapid shot Y, rapid missile. Okay. How do I select my power up? Okay, power up. Okay, that'll do. That'll do. Okay. All right, let's look. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I did not know that. Okay, what's going on? Oh man, look at that. I've missed like 3 in a row, man. I suck. That's 4 in a row. I should have at least had a speed up in missiles by now. Okay. You know what? I'm using the auto fire. I need to bloody press it. I thought this thing gave me auto fire, man. Just holding it down wasn't good enough. Oh no, the auto fire's above. My bad. I even set the buttons and I didn't kind of do the stuff corresponding to it. Oh, never mind. I should have had a laser by now. This is a great shmup, man. Great shmup. Okay, I am truly sucking at this stuff. Is this where the volcano starts spitting out rocks or no? Yeah, this is on like Saturn easy, right? But you know what? There's still a lot of bullets on the screen, man. Oh, option, okay. How did I jump up so high? I usually like getting the laser before the option. 2 more for laser. I've never really understood the double shot in this. I've never really got it. Okay, is this where I'm going to get the firing volcano? See, laser would have been good here. No? Okay. Oh, it is. I don't want to get hit by them. Wow. Damn it. Guys, give me a suggestion for a game. Well, sorry. On another note, this game's playing fine, isn't it? The sound for it is good as well. Sound is good. Yeah, I remember when you used to stay down here and just fire at the top of the volcano. Maybe okay, that's where I had to stick. Cool. I do remember that part of it. Maybe not. All right, let's do another game, guys. Any other games out there? Just write them in capitals in the chat, and I'll be sure to give them a shot. What's Gun Griffin? Let's have a look at Gun Griffin. Yeah, no, it felt good there, Cyberkuma. Sound was good as well. And I've got it turned down a little bit because I don't want it blasting out loud. Let me put it up a tad. But yeah, that was good. So this is Gun Griffin. I think this is a 3D game if I'm remembering correctly, just off the top of my head. Nice big Sega font there. Oh, I don't know if I've got Jex, you know. Oh, someone actually said Beyond Oasis as well. So I know that if I've got that, I need to check that as well. Wow, I thought I put a lot of games on there, but you guys have mentioned a lot of games in here that I don't have, and I guess that's time for me to go back and get them. Okay, so no, this is Gun Griffin. This is Gun Griffin. This isn't Gunbird, dude. This is Gun Griffin. We can do Gunbird next. That is a shmup. At least that's how I remember it as well. Okay, it's weird ass controls, man. Up and down makes me go there, right? Okay, but look, this game's working well. The only thing is I'm going backwards. I don't know if this needs analog controls or something. I guess it would make more sense. But I have played kind of full 3D games without analog controls, and the controls are done quite well. Okay, yeah, I've just started going back. I wasn't controlling that. Let's put on okay, so there was Beyond Oasis that someone asked for. Forgot, I wrote those down, but I really don't think I have that. No, I haven't got Beyond Oasis. So let's have a look at Gex. I don't think I've got that. I don't know if that was a game that people really liked. I remember that him kind of being like the mascot for 3DO. Okay, so let's have a look at Gunbird. That kind of looks alright for a shmup. It's not something I'm too familiar with. I've probably played it at some time. I mean, I like guns and I like birds, so you know, I probably at some point would have tried Gunbird. So let's try it out now. But it looked an interesting shmup when I saw the artwork for it and the screenshots. Yeah, definitely looked really cool. But yeah, it's nice to have a new MiSTer main. So I guess what you guys are saying is it saves when you go through a power cycle. The save's gone. So again, it's still a work in progress. I don't think it's in beta yet. It's still in alpha. So it is early days for this course. So, but hopefully in the next update, or when the core's updated, right? Okay, how do I? You know what? Let me maybe if I go to original mode, it will give it to me the other way. I can't rotate my screen. I think we did try Burning Rangers. Let me have a look at my list of games that we did do. Let me just boot this up as well. Hold on. Oh no, it might have been Power Slave. No, we didn't do Burning Rangers. We can do Burning Rangers. Let's do that. Let's do that next after this. Let me write that down because I'll bloody forget it otherwise. Rangers. Yeah, okay, so yeah, I picked, what did I pick there? Did I pick original mode or arcade mode? I can't even bloody remember. Let's go, I think I picked original mode, so let's go arcade mode now, and hopefully it won't be, it is Tarte mode, come on. You know, interesting here, aspect ratio. Okay, I thought maybe it will give me, you know, thumb cores give you an option to rotate the visuals. Okay, so let me go. Oh, confusing here. Okay, so let's go exit. Okay, look, everything's straight up here. Okay, cool. So, oh wow, okay, nice, interesting characters in this. Okay, she's pretty cool. Is she from Cotton? I wonder. I don't know if these games are related or not. But okay, that seems to be the right mode. Okay, Burning Rages and Knights, no problem. We'll get those. We'll get those next. Burning Rages and Knights. I've wrote down Burning Rages. I haven't wrote down Knights, but we'll definitely check out Knights. Not a game I ever really understood, but I never played it back in the day, so I don't have the love for it that a lot of people have. But I know, you know, a lot of people that mention the Saturn always go back to Knights. Okay, this is playing really well. I mean, I can't see any issues with this. The sound is, well, it's sound. It's good. Everything, like we've got the background music, we've got the sound effects, and when the witch got hit, she kind of bounced out down. So, and I have to say that 8-bit Dude controller just feels fantastic, man. It's so responsive. Like as soon as I'm moving it, like I am feeling it, and this is a great controller for this core. Apart from, like, I guess some of the games where you might need to use an analog stick, which isn't probably something I'm going to play. What's that? Yeah, JB, I don't, like with Knights, I just don't. I mean, yes, it's funky the way you're floating about and everything. I just don't have that. I never played it back in the day, so I don't have that love for it. I know one of my friends, Australian guy, used to work with years and years back. He writes for, well, he used to write, might even write for them. He writes for an Australian magazine called Hyper. The guy's actually cool, man. Big shout out to you, Tim Tim, if you're Tim Henderson, if you're watching this, or if you watch it at any time. He's moved out to Japan, man. Cool guy. But he absolutely loved, like, that was one of his favorite game nights. I always remember him talking about it. You know, when he does an online profile, he end up using like images and stuff for it. Never quite played it. And I think, like you know, I've said in this stream, and many of us have spoke about this. It's the nostalgia. It's the nostalgia that you get. You know, you played it when you're young, you want to play it when you're older now. And I think even in the previous stream, I was talking about like my uncle, who's probably approaching the age of 80 now. But he loves movies. When he was a kid, there wasn't really games around, so he was getting like, what was it, 8mm or 6mm, whatever they were, the movies on those big ass projector, you know, frame by frame things. And that's what he was really into. And he ended up getting loads of those and collecting them. His shed, he's turned into a cinema. He's still into the movies, but he's old now, so he's got rid of all the projector reels, and now he's just kind of gone digital. He's still got the cinema in there, but everything, like all his movies, are on a hard drive. His son subscribed him to like multiple streaming services, so you'll have like Disney Plus and Netflix. I know he's got those two for sure. And I guess they're more than likely they've got Prime as well, because I guess most people do have Amazon Prime, which gets you those videos. So yeah, his hobbies, I guess the point I'm making is his hobbies that he had when he was young was movies, and that just stayed with him. You know, even though he's fairly close to 80 years of age, you know. So I guess when we're going to be close to that age, we're still going to be rocking the old games that we played, or the genre of games that we played. I'm sure we'll still be playing some new games, but who knows where gaming will be at that point, you know. This game's decent, man. This game's very decent. Like the special kind of fire there as well, the way the boomerangs fly out. Okay, cool. I kind of wanted to die there as well, just so I could load up another game. Cool. All right. We'll try Knights anyway. So what was it? Burning Rangers, Knights. Writing these down again. So let's go Burning Rangers. I'm pretty sure I've tried that in previous ones. I'm not sure. Hold on. What's going on here? Pretty sure. Oh no. Oh, okay, cool. I have got it. Yeah. Right, I might actually wrap it up soon. I am starting to feel a little bit tired, so it might start going downhill from here. Let's okay. Why Burning Rangers? Do we need to give it? Let's try it that way anyway. Okay, long shot. Okay, I don't know if that's in the list. Shipu Mahu. Okay. Okay, Cybercoom, I've wrote those ones down. Wicked. Yo, nice one, James. No worries, man. Like I said, I really do enjoy doing these streams. Like videos, some of the videos, okay, some of the videos I do, I can do them quite quickly. Some of them do take quite a bit of time to make. But with live streams, it's like I do it. I'm here. We're chatting. And it is fun chatting to like most of you guys. I've never on a live stream had someone who I would consider an idiot. I do get some idiots commenting on the videos, but generally I just ignore them. But like on live streams, I've only had cool people, and I really do enjoy it. And once I've done the live stream, that's it. Live stream is done. That's the end of it. There's no editing. I try and make it so. That's why I have the chat on there now. You know, if I do need to go in and edit something out or whatever, the chat's always there. Because on YouTube, if you do a stream and then you edit it, it gets rid of the live chat if you edit it even in the slightest. So try and have it unedited, and I try and kind of arrange it where I know I'm not going to get disturbed. You know, the family knows, don't go into this room. Yeah, thanks, man. Appreciate that. Appreciate that, Cyber Akuma. Right, okay, so what game was this? This was Burning Rangers. No joy with Burning Rangers. So let's go to Knights. Now, Knights has worked for me previously, so I don't understand. I imagine it would work now as well. So Knights into Dreams. Well, 2.25 hours, not bad, man. Definitely gonna have to end this soon. Right, here we go. Weird controls as well when you first play it. Okay. We got some early 3D graphics. I remember when these graphics were current, it was like, wow, look at that, man! Like it looks amazing. And when you look at them now, yeah, not so nice. Yeah, I think Cyber Akuma, oof would be something accurate. But I think once the game actually starts, it doesn't look too bad. The colors and okay, maybe. With a bit while I start flying. Oh, is that where it is? Okay, that's how you start. And then am I gonna start flying now? No? Okay. I always thought this game was about flying. Am I? Okay, what we're doing, we're just jumping up here. Okay, so I'll go here. Oh, here I am now. So still a lot of sound missing from this. You know, there's some games now, like Gradius, for example, where the sound was just 100% perfect. It felt bang on. There was a few shmups that we played where everything was great. I really get this game. I don't know what you do, just float about and collect power-ups. Not really my thing, but it works quite well. I don't know if the graphics are 100% on because some of them feel a little bit like meshy. But I don't know if the game's supposed to be like that or it's just how it kind of plays on this car. I don't have enough knowledge of this game, and this isn't a game that I played. I think I've got this for the 360 actually. Yes, I have got it for the 360 because it's compatible with the Xbox One, and when I'm downloading new games via Game Pass or Games for Gold for the kids, I do remember seeing this on there. But I think I tried it on there when it came out with Games for Gold, and I was like, yeah, I don't know what the fuss is all about. But again, you know, a lot of people hold this game dearly because when you talk Saturn, a lot of people mention this game. Missed that again. Right, okay. Is there anything else anyone else wants? I really don't like this game. Cool. Okay, all right. Okay. Yeah. I really, Paul. I really don't want to learn the layout or anything like that. Just doesn't do it for me. Maybe if I played it back in the day, yeah, I might have had some love for it. Right. Okay. No, James, I get that. I get that. There was actually a game on. We were talking about this coming out for the 360. There was a game on the 360 called A Club. Now, I kind of liked it. You kind of ran through the course doing it as quickly as you can. Okay, what's this? Prisoner of Ice English translation. Let's give this a whirl. And then what else was there? Like the Mercenaries game on Resident Evil 4. I liked that a lot as well. That was just a score attack game. So yeah, man, I do appreciate some of them. I just don't. Knights doesn't do it for me, and at this point in my life, I don't think it's something that I want to learn. Oh really? Okay, cool. But yeah, no, I get that. I just can't see myself. I can't see myself playing it. There's a lot of games out there that I'd rather play. Trying to get into, really trying to get into Tears of the Kingdom, but I feel like I'm going to put that down and probably go back into a Spider-Man on the Steam Deck, which plays fantastically well. I need to stick to one game. You know, whatever game I play, I need to say to myself, yeah, I'm going to stick to that game. Okay, that's not quite working. So that's the English translation. Okay, is that disc 2 or something? All right, let's see what happens with this one. Prisoner of Ice. Yeah, okay, cool. No, no, thanks, Cyber for this for the Prisoner of Ice rundown. I remember there must have been a reason I put it on there. It might have just been because it was a translation, and I was like, okay, this is something that's translated. I should check it out. But I'm pretty sure I tried running it a few times and it didn't. Remember, guys, if you still want any suggestions, I think we're out of. Oh no, someone actually mentioned this game here, Shippu Mahu. Also, oh no, that was you, wasn't it, Cyber It's Kingdom Grand Prix as well. So let's see if we've got that Shippu thing here. Ah, here we go. We have got it. Is it going to work? I've just woke up Google on my phone, picked up some kind of keyword, and it's trying to do stuff for me. I don't know where I'd be without the Google Assistant, you know. Like I don't use it for everything, but I do use it for reminders, for like work, for home, for everything else as well. You know, it's like, Google, remind me tomorrow at 2 p.m. to, I don't know, complete this application form, or like whatever else. I just always use it, man. So if one day Google goes down the line, I'm going to forget all my future appointments. You know, they're all in the calendar. Okay, so this is going to be a shmup, isn't it? Let's check it out. Shmup time. Let's go Saturn mode, because the arcade mode might be in Tate. I always thought Tate was Tate until I heard someone say it. Okay, I'm gonna be the middle guy here, you know, because he kind of looks cool. Cool. That's a shmup racing hybrid. Oh, I heard about this. Someone mentioned this. I think they're speaking about this maybe over in the Discord. So which one am I? Okay, I'm this one here. What an interesting little genre. Okay, sound's gone. Very interesting. Looks good. And this is where, you know, when you're using your 8-bit though controller, like it's so responsive here. Like I said, the only game so far it wasn't responsive on was Mortal Kombat. But I think that was probably an issue with Mortal Kombat itself. That's another game that would be great to get an FPGA implementation of the Mortal Kombat game, starting with 1 obviously, because like emulation for that stuff is just so laggy, man. Like it's terrible. The input delays is terrible for Mortal Kombat and emulation. I've not played a good emulated version. Also, is anyone gonna get Mortal Kombat 1? I might pick it up, because you know what, on the Steam Deck I can't play beat 'em ups like the Street Fighter games or the KOF games. I just find the D-pad rubbish, and I'm not going to play on analog stick. However, the exception for beat 'em ups is Mortal Kombat, and even what's that other one, Injustice. Playing that on wow, look at that special. Playing that on the Steam Deck, I can manage it on the D-pad. The way the execution is in Mortal Kombat, it's not like motions, quarter circle motions. It's like down and forward, and I don't know. Mortal Kombat, I don't have any issues playing it on pad. Street Fighter, King of Fighters, those games, yeah, I can't really play them on pad. I can play Soul Calibur on the Steam Deck as well. That I do like. I feel like the new version's dead. Not many people play it. You know, there probably is, but it's probably a tight group of friends via a Discord that play one another, you know. But Soul Calibur 2 was epic. Absolutely loved it. Soul Blade was great on the PlayStation, in the arcade as well. I discovered that in the arcade. A great game in the arcade for its time. And Soul Calibur on the Dreamcast was awesome. Soul Calibur 2, man, we rinsed that game out like a lot. Like one of my friends' like he was probably the best guy in the country on that game at that time. So we were playing with him, and that forced us to actually become good at the game. Like we all became very good at Soul Calibur 2. But I've never been much of a 3D fighting guy. I find them really difficult. Too complex in my honest opinion, compared to 2D games anyway. Even though there's a lot of complexity, even though a lot of 2D games are complex as well. But yeah, 3D ones are a whole other game. So don't know if anyone here is going to be getting. I know Adventure Tackle is probably going to be getting all the fighting games, but yeah, hopefully, yeah. So there's Tekken 8 coming out as well. Street Fighter 6 is hyped though, man. That's good. The Evo Top 6 was really, really good. That was a lot of fun to watch. Right, let me have a look at chat again while the continue game goes, and let's see if there's any more games. Yeah, RS Matrix 8-bit do M13, a new one. It's really, really good. The old one was alright as well, but the new one's a lot better. Yeah, tate means vertical in Japanese. Learn something new. Alright, okay, cool. Yeah, it's just when I read it, I just thought it was Tate. Yeah, that's how I kind of read it at the time. Is there any other games? Maybe let's do 2 more games, and then we'll call it a wrap, guys. So if anyone's got a game in the meantime, I'm just gonna load something random. All right, let's do Street Fighter Alpha 1. I think that was one of the first games with like chain combos in there. Yeah, same Cyrokum. I definitely prefer 2D to 3D. I mean, like, I played the Tekkens over the years. I never quite got into them. Tekken 8, I played it a little bit online. I picked Asuka, and okay, that just crashed out for me. But I just generally use a higher, something with an overhead, something with a low to get in. Same thing that I've done with Mortal Kombat. But yeah, 2D games is where it is for me. Soul Calibur 2 I did like a lot. Soul Calibur 1. But yeah, 2D's definitely where it is for me, man. Oh, what's Super Tempo? Let's check this out. So guys, give us Assault Suit. Let's have a look. Assault Suit. Have I got Assault Suit on here? Oh, I have. Yeah. Okay, cool. Let's do that next. Assault Suit. Let me write that down. I'll write in shorthand, so I've actually wrote down Arse Suit. I always find it weird going from the Saturn where the A button is to go forward, and I've got my MiSTer set up with like the Nintendo controls where the B button is on the Saturn to go forward, but I guess that is where the A button would be on the Nintendo. Let's have a look. Okay, so this was something Tempo. Forgot what the game was as well. So what we'll do, guys, is we'll make the Assault Suit the last game, and then I'll call it a wrap. It has been fun streaming with all of you guys, but it's midnight over here, and I've got to go to cinema with the kids tomorrow, so I don't have to be up super early, but I do have to be. I will have to set my alarm, which I've not been doing this last few times. And guys, like, my wife is so cool, yeah. Like, when I wake up in the morning, and like usually she's up before me because the kids will wake up, and I do obviously, like, many times, like, I wake up early, but like last few days she's been waking up early, and I literally call her and I say the words Mega Cup. Like, I don't get many presents. I'm a difficult guy to buy presents for. Generally, I don't want a lot, and whatever I want, I usually kind of get it for myself. But my wife got me this cup. It's a massive cup. It's like a double cup, and we call it Mega Cup. So I just call her and I'm like, Mega Cup, and then she makes my tea. And when I go downstairs, you know, like 5 minutes later, there's a piping hot, delicious cup of tea waiting for me. Now I'm a tea and a coffee guy. Like, at work I drink coffee, at home I drink coffee sometimes as well, but I do like tea as well. Like, in Mega Cup, there's 3 tea bags that go in there, 2 or 3 sweeteners, a bit of milk, bang. Like, that is the way I like it. Yeah, always good to chat to you, JP, man. Thanks for stopping by, man, and thanks for your generosity as well, dude, man. Super appreciated. And changing the subject a bit again, bubble teas. Who likes bubble teas? Like, I really got into them. I tried like a mango milk tea with chocolate caramel bubbles in there, man. Like, absolutely awesome. I did not want it to end. It ended. I didn't want it to end. And my kids, they picked like an Oreo flavor with cherry bubbles. I took a sip of it, and it tasted quite vile, to be honest. But they said they really liked it. It's quite big as well. It's like £5 for a bubble tea. So I'll tell them, look, you guys can share one. Okay. But pressing start skipped it. So that's awesome. Do you know what, flavor teas are nice as well? Do you know what's really nice to try in summer? If you a flavor tea just add a tea bag into like some water, put it in a bottle or like even a jug or whatever, and just leave it in the fridge. I didn't know you could do it that way. Yeah, you just get this cold. It's cold brewed is different to like hot brewed. Oh, okay. Bubble vibes, yeah. Pop them in a bubble and then blow them up. Awesome. Okay, this is again a nice looking. See, this is where pixel art just ages so well. This game looks really nice. Okay, I'm just kind of waking people in a bubble and then popping them. Okay, that is a. Okay, can I? Okay, that's kind of. Oh wow, look, he's urinating there. That's. Okay, I'm gonna put you in a bubble, man, for public urination. That's actually an offence in most countries. There's a frog there. Okay, this is a weird platform. I love the weird stuff. Here we go. Do a bit of swimming down there. What the hell's Okay, cool. Interesting. You always forget with a lot of these games you can't breathe downstairs you can't breathe underwater unlimitedly. Okay. Yeah, definitely decent graphics. I don't know if anyone actually played this game when it came out, but I imagine it would be quite fun once you kind of work it out. Okay. Ah, right, okay. A is jump though, which definitely feels a little bit weird. I was hoping to put the frog inside the bubble, but the frog is just eating me. This is a cool game, man. Absolutely love it. Is that gonna hit the frog, I wonder? Am I getting at the frog? Okay, right, the frog just ate me up. Okay, so you kind of damaged the frog. Oh, the frog is in a bubble. Popped you. Wicked, cool. Right, what was the other game? Assault Suit and... So look. Wicked. Yeah, it definitely, JB, check out like a lot of the Saturn stuff, man. It's awesome. It's a system that I'm discovering now, so definitely worth checking some stuff out, man. Like I'm like this is the first time I saw it. Like I've obviously seen okay, Assault Suit Lanos 2. Let's check this out. So yeah, it's nice to discover some of these new games, and some of the 2D ones still look fantastic. 3D, yes, it's hit or miss. You know, some of the 3D stuff really looks bad. The thing that makes me laugh is all the female characters and their triangle pyramid breast shapes. It's quite funny. Cool. All right, guys, so this will be the last one, and I really hope it works and we can play a little bit of it, and I'll call it a wrap after that. You know, it's been like 2.5 hours, and but a good thing is I did go toilet first, so I'm not ending this because I need to use the facilities or the bathroom. And that's like I said at the beginning, that's one thing I learned once I started streaming. Make sure you go toilet. Even if you don't want to go in the toilet, sit down there and just do it, because you really don't want to have to go midstream. But there you go, you know, that's stuff that you learn. Yeah, definitely some of that Lara Croft syndrome, dude. Those kind of triangular breasts. Okay, so no idea what type of game this is. I imagine it's some kind of mech game or something, or it'd be nice if it's something 2D and simple, you know. I like the simple games. Oh, okay, looks interesting. Here we go. We've got Axel Rose here speaking some Japanese. Awesome. And I have no idea who that is. Okay, wicked. Start can get rid of it though. That's good. You remember the old games where Start wouldn't get rid of stuff and all this? Oh, wicked. Nice one, James Boone. It is 2D. Is that a loading sign up there, or is this game actually crashed? I think it may have crashed on us. Target Earth. Okay, or Cybernator. Nice. I'm kind of living in hope here that it actually works. Oh, okay. Let's I kind of want to end it with a game kind of running. What's this blast wind? Yeah, it's not happening, James. Let's go blast wind as a final one here. Cool. So blast wind for the finale. Yeah, do you know what? I waited long enough. If it was taking that long to load, then yeah. Okay, so blast wind, is blast wind gonna work? Oh, okay, we've got something. Okay, no idea what this game is. Oh, okay, cool, nice one, James Boone. Blast wind is also good. Oh, nice. It's a shmup. Please, I hope the sound remains. Sound is sounding decent on this. The background music is quite low, but I get the feeling the game's supposed to be like that. Okay, it's gone. It's gone. But you know, the overall look, like in conclusion, since we're coming to the end, the core's just becoming so much better. Like there was a time when I remember loading games and the vast majority of games would not load. Now it's the opposite way around. The vast majority of games are actually loading, and it's only the small minority that are not. And we are getting sound. Things are starting. Some games have got sound all the way through. It's just becoming a good core, and I imagine we'll get it complete. Someone asked, you know, do I think it'll be completed by the end of the year? Based on if we were to put the progress into some kind of progress bar, and then oh wow, I like the fire in this, man, the way it's moving around. So if we were oh, okay, it's got auto fire as well. I should just hold it down. So if we had like a graph done from when it started and how progress is being made on this, then going with that trajectory, it looks like it will be ready or in a very good state by the end of the year. And I certainly hope that's the case, because I'm enjoying Saturn, but I guess it'll be a nice time to maybe, you know, fully play through and complete some Saturn games, which you can already do. But it'll just be nice to know, okay, it's working really nicely and we can actually finish some games. This is not an easy shmup, guys. Wow, okay. And that's it. Okay, guys, I'm going to call this a wrap. Look, guys, thank you. Like, amazing. Thank you for tuning in. I'll try and announce the next stream I'll do with anything like I did with Plenty of Time. But thanks everyone for tuning in. Awesome stuff. Thanks JB for your super generosity, and everyone else that tuned in. Like, amazing stuff. And yeah, guys.